Going live. That was so long. I did not want that to be that long. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sleepy Idol Little Bar on 24th, 3rd, 34th in Crenshaw, where you can sit back, relax, and talk K-pop with your friends. Tonight, the what do they call it? Terrible duo? That seems mean. What is it? Like the dynamic duo. There we go. Are back. Hi, Leanne. Sorry, I had to say hi, Leanne. Okay. Jazz, how are you feeling tonight?
Tired.
Low-key, me too. I didn't want to be a buzzkill, but yeah.
I also was supposed to go to the gym. I did not, because yesterday I was on a bike and like one of the trainers was like, I think that bike is too high. And I was like, really? I didn't notice. And stupid me decided to just turn and then jump, like not even jump off. I kind of like just stepped off. And my foot burned so badly. I don't know what I did to it. I mean, It's not like it, like, you know, when you land on your feet hard, like from a high distance.
Have you ever done that? And it just kind of hurts,
like it just burnt, like it's like a burning kind of hurt, because it's like your ankles are like, what the heck did you just do to me?
I feel like that. In theory, that makes sense. I've never experienced that myself, but in theory,
oh really? You've never like jumped off like a, I don't know, monkey bars or something?
I guess not in a long time.
Well, yeah, not like, it's not like I've done this a lot. This is like the first time I've done it in a while, and it hurt. But then I didn't say anything, and I was like, whatever. And it didn't hurt until this morning, and then I woke up, went to the bathroom, stood back up, and was like, why does my foot hurt?
Ooh.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt like terribly. It's just like, I don't want to exasperate it if it is bad or something. I'd rather just take a day off. So I did nothing today.
I mean, that's fair. It's a good rest day. It's better to, you know, rest than like make it worse. So
yeah,
I feel like you made the right call. But I also was I think I was tired from yesterday because, well, yesterday me and Jazz, we hopped on and we just kind of chatted about a couple things. But then like I ended up like not going to bed. I was supposed to immediately go to bed, but I did not go to bed. And then I was like, okay, let me like go to the gym really, really early so I can like get it out of the way and then like nap before work. I, for some reason, was having the most brain fart morning and could not find anything. So I ended up waking up at 4:30, but not even getting out of the house till like 5:30 and not even leaving the gym until like closer to 8. So I was like, garbage.
Are you supposed to get up earlier than 4:30? I'm confused.
No, I wanted to get up 4:30 so I could get ready, then leave and get to the gym by 5, and then I could work out from 5 to 6. But I ended up not really even leaving and getting there till like 5:30, and then like I was tired. Like that's the thing. I really probably
Yeah,
shouldn't have went.
4:30.
Yeah, and after like sleeping for maybe like 4 hours and I was tired, at one point I was literally like, I cannot finish this workout. So I just like passed out for 10 minutes on like there was like a couch in like this one area of the gym. And I was like, okay, I came here, let me finish it. So I got like one of those energy drinks they sell at my gym and then did the rest of the workout and I was flying high, but I feel like I'm crashing now. So positivity people. I love how we're like, we're tired, y'all.
I'm just confused about the 4:30. Like, ew.
I
You
love a good
choose to
morning
do that?
gym.
That's no.
Usually I go at like 6, but to do that I wake up at like 5:45 because it doesn't take me too long to go to the gym and then I work out. But you know what's also really, y'all tell me to stand up in the chat. Low key, I did fall asleep and then I woke up and then had an energy drink. But then there's this one guy at my gym that I'm low key obsessed with. And the thing is, I think I'm obsessed with him because nothing is happening. And I feel like something should happen. Like, we should be married right now. But like, he's like, I'm like, he's not that, like, we haven't talked, and I think that's part of the like charm, because I'm like, he might, also stand Kyung-soo, like there might be levels to this. And so like I saw that he came in late and I was like, I can stay a couple more minutes, which was foolish of me, guys. Never extend your stay at the gym for your, I don't know, crush or whatever the hell. So once again, he didn't say anything, because I'm not going to say anything. What am I, brave? But yeah, so flop love life continues. But I'm never going back to the gym again, in conclusion.
Just because of that.
In conclusion, I'm enrolling at Equinox. Because they probably have proper sleep areas at Equinox, not crusty.
Is that like a Lifetime gym?
What is a Lifetime gym?
Those like fancy gyms.
Oh yeah. It's like $500 a month or something.
Yeah, like Lifetime is like, I don't know. I've seen them like everywhere. There's like one in like everywhere I've been.
They make equipment too, or no, that's Live Fitness. Never mind.
In a Lifetime, it's just like a fancy gym. Like it has like pools, like multiple pools, and like it just seems rich. Like you have to be rich to be there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like as long as it has like, because the only thing I really do is lift a bit and then do like the treadmill or like the elliptical. So I don't really need all that. Like I'd rather just not be there. Like if I want to go to a pool, go to the beach or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. So welcome. Hello, Leanne. Yes, you were very missed last week. Best mod, along with Andre holding it down. Also, hello, Teddy. Welcome to the stream. So today we have a couple things.
Sorry. Just things.
I don't know how to intro. I wanted to do like a cute intro, but then I already did the timer. See, we need to have like an intro screen slide so we can be like, welcome back to the beep boop bop bop, where today we're bopping, booping, and beeping. Roll the clip. And then we like,
You should have, you know what? Clip that. And then that's what it will be each time.
Me just doing an intro with like
a beep boop bop.
Beep boop boop bop. Oh, should that be the new intro song?
I mean, Mr. Krabs, he loved that song. So okay. We gotta.
We can get all the crabs in Bikini Bottom to stand. No, I think Susan would drag me. Like she would end because everything is copyrighted. Y'all, stop being greedy. I would not put it past Nickelodeon and Susan to cover her bases.
That was like something they found on some free website. They probably don't even know what it is.
What is that guy? Kevin Mac Load Day or whatever. He like makes free what is it called? Copyright free music, royalty free music. So maybe that was his song all along. But yeah. So let's just jump into it. We're gonna have I think last time it was really nice to have a more chilled, laid back kind of vibe where we looked at articles. So I think we'll continue that vibe today. So we can start off. Sorry, Jasmine, I lied. I said we were gonna start with the Adore thing, but let's start with the Hyuna thing because I think it's a ironic follow-up from last time because I swear we came to the conclusion that no, they were not married, they weren't. It was a rumor. So last week just for some backstory. And I also think I didn't look it up, so I'm a flop shop. Is it Junhyung or Junghyung? Jun.
Isn't it June?
That's what
I
I
never
thought.
looked it up.
But then I realized that like people romanize the EO sound with just a U too. And I
Yeah.
think they romanize the oo sound with two O's.
Let's see.
So y'all, this is when
What the heck?
learning how to read Hangul is, you know,
If Wikipedia loads.
not
June.
pregnancy rumors,
It's June
huh?
Young. Yeah, that was what I was saying last week. Like the people were like adding that on top of it because they're like, why are they getting married so quickly? And it's like, y'all act like they haven't known each other since they were like teens.
Oh, people were like accusing it of being a shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
A mess. All right. So I guess to a lot of people's dismay, but basically we talked about this last year or last stream where a lot of people are upset because this marriage, because they don't like them together. You know, rewind back to that stream if you wanted more context. But yeah, so I think we had talked about, oh, are they actually getting married or are they not? And so lo and behold, on September 2nd, Hyuna posted photos of her and her fiance, is it Junhyung? I should
June
look
Young.
at that. Junhyung, on social media. The photos include traditional images of the couple in tuxedos and dresses, as well as bold, unconventional shots. That's crazy though that they made it public and then, well, I guess that's how it works. Now I'll say, this is cute as shit. You have to admit, all right, y'all. Like, first of all, Hannah's looking gorgeous. Like, she's looking gorgeous. I don't know
Little
whose dog
dog.
this is. I know the dog is eating too. This is such a cute little thing, and we have to like kind of like marinate on the fact that it is kind of cute that two second gen idols ended up falling in love and getting married. Right.
Yeah.
Like I think that's also really cute. Oh, Jun? Okay. Jun.
I mean, it's J. It's like the ooh.
Oh, like
Yeah.
oh,
So
so then it's
I think it's
June.
June Young. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Junhyung, um, first of all, he's giving a hot topic boy with these nails. That's very slayful. But like, I was like, this would be so cute because I think like in the past when they first crossed eyes and they had no idea that they would end up married, but they like maybe cross paths, exchanged inkigayo sandwiches or whatever they be saying.
Sandwiches.
But what are your thoughts on the picture?
I think it's cute. I refuse to look at comments because I'm scared. I bet they don't look at comments
I mean, that would be smart.
for mental health.
Yeah.
So, but I think it looks cute. Especially the dog. Main character.
Not the dog stealing the show. Whose dog is this?
I would hope
Hannah
it's
fans.
theirs and not just a random dog. They were just like
Rent a dog.
That's cute.
For the photo shoot. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's cute. I think for the most part, the best bet is, obviously a lot of people have problems with this union. So I think the best bet is just to leave it alone, Like I
Yeah.
think at some point it's like it doesn't really do much to keep like,
Dragging someone.
dragging them. And it's like, if it's just like don't waste your energy on it. I think that's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
So, shout out to them, hope they have a happy marriage. And I think we can move on then. All right. So the next thing that was supposed to be the first thing, we wanted to get into this drama between Adore and Dolphiners Films Shin Suk. So Min Hee Jin's power, low key, because how is Adore already falling apart? And it's been what, 3 days since they kicked her out of the CEO? Like, Bong PD is shaking.
I mean, she technically has had months to like get like a following. So
Following. I mean, I guess that's true. The bunnies are, hard at work. Did you see that article or that thing where it said like the fans are trying to sue Hybe or something? Like New Jeans fans are trying to sue Hybe. I saw it on
no.
Panchoa. Maybe I linked it.
Uh-huh.
Uh, oh yeah, it's under the director.
Oh, you linked it?
Yeah, it's under Ditto director versus new Adore. All right, sorry, guys.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Um, all right. Well, I'm scared to go on Panchoa because for some reason it's always like a bunch of ads and then it kicks me off the site. So I'm like, what
Do
did
you
I
not have
really
ad
do?
blocker?
Probably.
I mean, don't condone ad blocker. I don't know if that's not
Unless they want to
allowed.
sponsor us? Is that how that works?
I don't know. I don't know if that's legal. I don't know.
If they want to sponsor us, then I mean, listen, it's not us, coding it. So fight them, not us. You're wasting your time on these Spotify's. All right. So this story is coming from mymusictaste.com, y'all. And so the T is tensions rise between Adore and New Jeans MV director over deletion of videos. Okay. So, oh wait. Okay. On September 2nd, Shin Woo-suk of Dolphiners Film posted on his personal channel saying, there seems to be a change in Adore's policies since the management has changed. Due to Adore's request, all New Jeans music videos and related content that Dolphiners Films had worked on and uploaded, including to-be-released videos, can no longer be made public. He further explained that Dolphiners Films and Ban Hee-soo YouTube channel are operated primarily for portfolio archiving purposes and do not generate any revenue. He expressed regret over not being able to continue with the planned projects with New Jeans due to these changes. So just for some background for people who might not stand New Jeans, don't know what this is. So I actually wasn't familiar with the Dolphiners Film channel and the fact that they were uploading New Jeans content, but Ban Hee-soo was a channel that popped around during the Ditto era, and basically it provided like extra kind of behind the scenes, like that nostalgic filmed on like a camcorder video to kind of complement like the Ditto and Oh My OMG lore and things like that. And it was very, very cool at the time because it wasn't, I believe, from what I know, it wasn't something that like the company advertised, like go to this channel. It just kind of popped up and then people randomly found it and then realized that there's like this extra content that was never before seen. And so like it was this idea that like the Ban Hee-soo person was just like, I think it was supposed to be from the perspective of the girl in the Ditto video. Like it was like, oh, she was friends with New Jeans back in 1994, wherever that thing's supposed to take place, and she was filming it. So it was very, unique, avant-garde, creative, or whatever. And so, according to this, they're saying that that stuff can no longer exist on this Ban Hee-soo channel, and I guess on the Dolphiners Film channel, too. So let's see where we go. In response, Adora released a statement on the 3rd clarifying the situation. The director's cut of the ETA music video uploaded on Dolphiners Film SNS channel included edits that had previously been a point of contention with advertisers and was posted without agreement from the advertisers. They emphasized all copyright for New Jeans music videos and related works are contractually owned by Adore, including edited material like the director's cut. Such content must be posted on our official channels to protect the right of the artist. And then Adore also denied the claims that they demanded all videos related to New Jeans be deleted or that the channel policies had changed, stating, we only requested the removal of the director's cut video. There was no demand for deleting or suspending uploads on channel like Ban Hee-soo. And the Adore channel operator, or the Adore's channel operation policies have not changed. And then they said that the deleted content would be uploaded to Adore's official channel. So in response to that, the Dolphiners, he responded on Instagram. So I think kind of like as a summation, he kind of was like, okay, what are y'all talking about? Okay, yeah. So today I reconfirmed over the phone that we made an agreement regarding the upload of the director's cut. The 3 companies involved in the production at the time agreed to release the director's cut on Dolphiners channel for the fans. However, the current Adore management is falsely claiming that Dolphiners posted the director cut without permission. Why are you dragging unrelated third parties to manipulate the media? This only disregards the unwritten rules of advertising industry, but also betrays the basic trust in essential in business. It was Endora that insisted that videos with copyrights and image rights owned by them should only be posted to official channels, and that they could not exist on third-party channels, demanding their deletion. You threatened to send a legal notice and claim double the service fees as penalty if we did not delete the videos Monday morning after issuing a unilateral deletion request. Now, what are you talking about? Did you only find out about Ban Hee's Soo channel after the deletion? Common sense says, what director in the world would burn their own work? Why would I do such a thing? The Ban Hee Soo channel was an extension of the project I directed, Ditto, and it was a channel and videos that I voluntarily created for the fans without any compensation. And now you're claiming that I suddenly deleted everything without any motive. Dolphiners work hard to create great music, volunteering to work without compensation for the sake of the project quality and fans. Despite that, so I guess the thing here is that I guess Adora's claiming they never told him to delete that stuff. He's saying, well, I deleted it for a reason. You think I just did it for fun? Like, you think we're just having fun out here deleting stuff? What do you think? I don't know. Does this make Adora look? It seems like in the comments of this particular Reddit post, a lot of people are like, they could have kept this. Like, this could have been an email. Like, why are they telling us? But what were your thoughts on this?
It seems like he's been. I think even his first thing was on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems unprofessional to me to like say all of this stuff. And I don't know. Like, I don't need to know this. It just sounds like he's like somebody, I don't know, he's trying to get sympathy, but it's like, now it sounds like, do you need sympathy? It just sounds like you just made up a situation, or there was a situation and then you made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You made a good point where you said, where you maybe jokingly, I'm actually not sure, when you perhaps insinuated that maybe this is the work of Min Hee Jin. Her first launch of attacks are starting.
This is how you do it, I guess. You get your little legion, you cultivate a fandom. You find the people that are on your side, and then once you leave, then it's like, all right, start sending stuff. Just set stuff on fire.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that would make sense, because when I saw this, I was like, I think the first thing because the thing is, I don't believe that he deleted it for no reason. I do think he was kind of messy for being like, bunnies, come look what they made me do. Look how messy they are. But I like, I feel like I'm on his side in the idea that they're like trying to change the tune and be like, oh, we didn't ask you to leave, blah, blah, blah. Unless they genuinely just did not know about this bunnies channel or whatever. But I also feel like I can understand why they're like, okay, now that well, I can actually understand his frustration if they're trying to claim that like he unrightfully or unlawfully or whatever the heck uploaded that ETA director's cut to his personal channel, because I feel like that is kind of like coming at his professionalism and being like, you just threw that channel up. Because I feel like, and I think maybe this is when we start, because if this is Min Hee Jin's doing, beautiful work. Because the first thing I kind of thought when I saw this is like, if they really are requesting him to delete all those like Ban Hee Soo videos and the director's cut to put it on the Door channel, y'all are lame. Because that was cool as hell that it was on that separate channel. And the director's cut, I haven't watched it. I didn't even know it existed until this. But
I watched like the ending.
What?
I watched like the ending of it. It was like slightly different.
I forget how the ETA thing, because when I saw them like waving them phones around, I was like, all right, I'll just listen to the song. So I actually don't think this. But yeah, I think it's the idea that, and I do think that like if he made the direct, because I think there's two things here. Never do work you're not being compensated for. Let's get that out of the way, because he's trying to make it like, oh, I did this for a fan. You're a professional, you know, you should not be doing work for free. And I know he said he wanted it part of his portfolio, but I think when you are paid to do something and then you decide to do something else, there is like a weird kind of gray area where it's like, well, we didn't really pay for you and all this stuff. Even if you directed it, we hired your services, so you don't really own any of it or whatever. But if he's saying that there was already an agreement, you know, then I guess that, you know, I don't don't know why Adore would lie on this, but I don't know why he would lie about that either. But I will say, because that was just basically, what was it, an Apple iPhone ad,
Yeah, I
basically?
think so.
Yeah. I can kind of see the idea that, like, I don't know, it does kind of surprise me that Apple would agree for him to just be able to make this director's cut. Like, that's such a big
Yeah.
company. So I don't know. Like, there's a lot of different things, but I will say, like, when I first heard the story, I was like, oh, Adore's being like, they're not being creative. And I feel like this was what people were worried about, that some of that creativity with the way that New Jeans promotes and, you know, presents their image and their branding would start to suffer if Min Hee Jin was stepped out of that role. And if all this is true in terms of the director's side, then maybe this is like, we're starting to see it, because that is so corny. If the part of the reason why that was so cool is that it was on this random channel that people weren't even sure if it was just some random person or it was company owned. They didn't promote it or anything like that. It's like, if you know, you know. Like, that's so dope. Why would you want to then turn around and like upload? Like, that's corny.
Yeah, that's
Corny.
part of why I don't think like they would do that. It just seems like it's such a good idea that like why would you just decide today, like 2 days after she's been ousted, like you just decide I'm just gonna do like just delete stuff and then re-upload it. Like that doesn't, I don't know. It seems
Well, I would say, I mean,
weird.
the thing is, I think, like, you know, this idea that like Hybe is like strict, like Hybe and the people from Hybe are like strict and corny and don't understand creativity, you know, is a bit like of a biased point of view. But I could maybe see if they're like, wait, why is there content that we're not making getting direct money off of? Like, from like a, we're trying to line our pockets point of view. Like, it's not that
Mm.
they don't think the videos were interesting or whatever. It's just that they're like, but we need to be getting paid for this. Like, the idea where he was like, I'm not making money off of it, so you shouldn't like worry. And it's like, yeah, but we want to make money off of the stuff that we bought or we outsourced for you to make. Like, it's
Mm.
okay. Like, we're not worried about you making money. There's content out there that we don't get to profit off of. Like, that's kind of what I'm
Yeah.
seeing. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a call really quickly.
Oh yeah, no worries, guys. We finally got rid of her. No, I'm just kidding. Are you okay? Just let me know when you are ready. All right, guys, the show you've been waiting for. Anyway, let me jump into the comments. Let's say, oops, me not spreading information. Listen, the romanization of like Hangul characters will be like the death of me. Like, honestly, not even to be like I know how to read Hangul, but like sometimes I'm just like, show me what it looks like in Hangul, because it will just I know how these characters are supposed to sound together, so it will just give me like a straightforward understanding of what this is supposed to be pronounced like, instead of me having to guess how people like romanize stuff. So honestly, I'm right there with you. Teddy says, I don't know why, but Hyuna gives me Demi L vibes. I think she needs therapy. I mean, the thing is, I feel like it's such an interesting situation with her, because she like came about and like she had so many things that were like iconic but traumatizing, I feel like. And I don't want to like sidestep armchair psychology her, but it's like she debuted really, really young in the Wonder Girls. She got, you know, I believe it was a health issue that made her have to leave the Wonder Girls. So she had to leave the group right before they blew up with the Tell Me song. So she was kind of just sitting there watching this group that she should have been in like rise to fame and become legends. She eventually does get to, there were really nasty rumors around why she like left. That's why I was like, oh my god, they're accusing her of being pregnant again, because that was literally what people were accusing her when she left the Wonder Girls back in 2007. She debuts in this 4 Minute group. It's popular, you know, but they had like, I think 4 Minute is such an interesting group, because yes, they were popular, and I definitely think they were one of the faces of like second gen, but they were like, I think their popularity ebbed and flowed so much. Like, their highs were really high, but then their lows were really low. And then on top of that, it was kind of like she was the face of the group, which, you know, in theory is good for her, but that probably, you know, resulted in all types of weird dynamics. And even if it wasn't within the group, probably like outside, where people would be like, oh, Hyuna show and stuff like that. That's awkward. And then when they like break up, basically none of them talk to her. And I'm pretty sure it was some weird thing where it's like she didn't renew and then everyone else did or something like that. So like everyone was like, oh, that was mean of her, but other people were like, oh, she should. And then the whole thing of getting like, kicked out of the company or whatever, um for um dating Dawn and that whole thing, trying to like make it out on her own. And then I feel like a lot of people, like, she had a sexy concept. And like, while I definitely think she's one of the people who people appreciated that from, she was like doing that sexy concept since she was like 17, maybe 18, very young. So like, that also would be traumatizing. Like, just knowing that people at such a young age look at you in a certain way. And yes, it's slay cunty the boots house down, but like at the same time, it's like, who am I? So like, there's a lot there. That's why I'm just like, when I see people dragging her, I'm like, it won't be me. Like, I see y'all's perspective, but it just won't be me. I feel like, if she likes it, she loves it. And that's it. Also, hi Jordy, welcome to the stream. Andre says, I need a K-drama to keep up with because this is a whole drama. Honestly, we need to do a K-drama telling. I'm ready for it, of this whole Adore hype thing, because it just, honestly, I'm still shocked that it happened like this, because I feel like people have had like really growing, maybe discontent sentiments with Hybe ever since they started like snatching up different groups and being like a conglomerate. But I feel like this was the first time where it was like a lot of people just openly speaking out about Hybe and like how much they think that they're rotten and greedy and, greedy big three and heartless company. And then they have something to like kind of back it, like something very concrete to back it up with. But yeah, it's really, really messy. Why is the go-to rumor for women pregnancy like magic? Period. It's so annoying for absolutely no reason. Also, Samberry, welcome to the stream. I just feel like I feel like it's like a mixture of like misogyny and like the patriarchy, because I feel like with pregnancy, especially when it's like somebody who's not in like a marriage relationship, it's like the added shame of, oh my god, you were sleeping around and you weren't using protection and you got pregnant, like a mess. And then also like, oh, you're pregnant now, nobody wants to see a pregnant famous woman or pregnant famous idol, so your career is over. So it's like you hit them with the double punch of hating them for simply being women. Teddy says, I remember seeing K-pop for the first time, and when I came across Hyuna's Bubble Pack, I loved it, but my Korean friend literally called her slut. And I feel like it's so crazy, because I'm like, sometimes I go back and forth with like how because like there was like such a weird, like, and I was talking to my sister about this a while ago, like a weird just like, hello. But yeah, there's like this weird thing where it's like, so the concept, like, being a girl's girl is like almost like girl's girl and like girl crush is the most scary concept ever, because like some people, like, the idea of what a girl crush is has changed, I guess, so much. Like, I remember like 2NE1, very girl crush, and then at some point their version of girl crush where it was like, we don't care if we're not pretty and we wear combat boots while everyone else is wearing ballerina slippers and stuff like that. People are like, that shit is corny. And because of that, Blackpink got a lot of flack at one point. And similarly, Sistar and people like Hyuna and like, Stella and things like that would be called sluts and all this negative things because they had super sexy concepts. But then like people would be like, oh, but like AOA is like cunty or something like that. Or like, now if you do a sexy concept and super sexy, it's cunty. So it's just like, what do y'all want from women?
Yeah.
Like, it's very scary. And not to add injury to insult or insult to injury or whatever. A lot of these people aren't even choosing their own concepts. So they're like the shield in between the company that's forcing them to do these concepts and the public that will judge them for being sexy. Andre says, because you never hear about those pregnancy rumors when it comes to male idols like Bobby and Chan. That's so true. That's kind of.
I mean, didn't they also simultaneously say everything? No, I feel like Chen was like, "Yeah, I'm having a baby. Also, I'm like getting married. Also, the baby's here." Like, it was like, okay,
I feel like the misogyny of it is the like, I feel like nobody cared or questioned whether it was, for a lack of a better term, a shotgun wedding, where you just marry somebody because they get pregnant. Like, I feel like nobody cared about. I mean, people were gagged that they were even like announcing all this, but I feel like it was like, so what you're saying, like, I feel like with women, like when it's a women idol, when it's a woman idol, it's always like, oh, pregnancy and marriage, so you got knocked up, huh? Like, I feel like nobody really cared to really question or look more into that with Bobby and Chen, except maybe diehard stands that wanted them out of here. Speaking of that, did you see that apparently people are sending trucks in front of Hybe to like tell Hybe to kick Suga out of?
I feel like I saw something about that, and I was like, "Oh wait, is that one of the things that you put here?"
I think it was. Me not
Yeah,
even remembering. Let me see if I
I
can
think that's
find
why I
it.
was like, "Oh, interesting how
Let me
the
see.
tables have turned." I thought they were devoted, and now they're not.
I honestly would think, like, honestly, that shocks me. Like, that would be the one group where, like, I feel like they would not do that.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like what happened with him is not like, I don't know. I
that
feel
bad.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're very like you are besmirching BTS's like legacy, you're just like, I don't know.
Sometimes I'm like, are these actual fans though? Or
That's
is it just
true.
random people that are just like, this is a moment?
Well, I think there was like the whole article, and y'all take this with a grain of salt, okay? This is the coup, whatever that thing is in Panchoa. So, but I think that the main point of this particular article was the fact that people are saying that it was people pretending to be Suga fans
Mm.
to try to make him look bad. Oh, there are growing suspicions that the organizer who led the campaign for BTS's Suga to leave the group due to his drunk driving on an electric scooter is a fan of another artist pretending to be ARMY. On the second, social media and online communities began to spread the suspicion that the organizer of the campaign urging Sugar's early departure is actually a fan of NCT.
I'm sorry.
this account, this
Is that why
account
I still like apologize to NCT? Because like they're like, this is not an NCT thing. How do you know it's I feel like
they
I'm confused.
the thing is, I think this is like, I don't know, because a lot of people in the comments of this section were being like, "Oh, they're saying that this person is an NCT stan because they liked one picture of like Jaehyun in like 1933, like in 2016 or something." So who knows? Oh, okay, let's see. The account had previously sent flowers to Hybe without prior notice and even staged a truck protest when the controversy over Sugar's truck driving emerged. An overseas army posted an article and video on X, just say Twitter, questioning whether the truck protest was genuinely initiated by K Army. The video claimed that the truck protest account was not started by a Korean army and that the receipts were fake. The suspicion arose when the email of the campaign organizer was accidentally exposed while fundraising the protest. Ooh, when Googling the email of the protest organizer, images from the global platform Pinterest appeared showing tags related to the member of SM's idol group, NCT, and a post by Min Hee Jin.
What in the world is this?
So we've gone to Pinterest snooping. Y'all, what's going on? What are y'all okay out here? In response to the suspicion of impersonating Army, the account owner explained these photos were saved for personal use. Huh? That sounds scary.
Well, obviously it's Pinterest. Like, what?
And added the number and the ID or account ID are from this is the most beautiful moment in life, right?
Yeah.
A BTS album, and the profile picture is from Spring Day. If desired, I can prove additional proof that I'm an army. Army
What in
members
the
are
world is this? I can
it's
prove
so
it. I swear.
petty.
Like, what?
Do you need my social security? Because I'll get it to you.
They know how to check it.
Like, what is,
What?
I mean, I'm a little gagged that the person was like, wait, enhance, give me the email, Pinterest.org. Like, what? Like,
And why only is there only one picture of Jaehyun? Is it just that one picture?
well, they said, let's see, images from platforms showing tags related to a member. So maybe I don't know how Pinterest works. I'll be
Yeah, I was
honest.
gonna say, how does that? Wait, what?
But it's literally a single post by Minhee like, maybe. I mean, maybe if you're in an army, you're like, okay, what do those girls say now? Like, what will I have to defend my boys on the streets from? You know. So it's a mess. But yeah. Let's see. Leanne says, I'm weary of the overuse of girls girl. As a wise Twitter user once said, I don't support all women. Some of you are very dumb. I mean,
It's accurate.
period.
Look, that's for everybody. Like, you should not just be anybody's girl. Like,
Yeah.
just like people that are good people.
Yeah.
That's
Or that
it.
you actually like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like girls girl, it's just like I roll my eyes when I see it because it's like the meaning of girls girl just changes. So you can hate a girl and claim it's because she's being like internally misogynistic and not you. Like, I don't know. I just feel like people use it for the most foolish things.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Wan Young eats a strawberry. She's not a girl's girl. Did you see how she was clearly trying to get the attention of men? No, like it's like, okay, like what do you mean?
The
Oh,
strawberry. The strawberry eaten across the world. I don't even like it. Just
not across the world. I mean, that's when you knew she was Nick, girl. That's when you knew
that's
I
when I
was.
was like, why are we staring at this? I know it looks like to me, I was like, it looks weird, but I'm not gonna harp on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Period. Like, I'm like, if this angers for some people, like literally, if something angers, disgusts, annoy you so much, click off. Like,
yeah.
stop looking at it. Like, that's so crazy to
Like, stop
me.
showing people. Like, trying
Exactly.
to get the same reaction.
Right? Because I'm sure you made it big. And for normal people that aren't like wrapped up in K-pop stand fighting, they're like, she ate a strawberry, so what? Y'all are weird. Like
Yeah.
they see you as the weird person. It's really weird. Um Teddy says, how is Hybe demonized for being greedy and BTS isn't? Don't they have a stake in Hybe? I think, well, I'll say Hybe because like BTS, I think they're like I don't know. I think it's because they started from the bottom, now they're here. They started from the bottom, now here. Like if anything, Hybe was able to become Hybe off of their success and talent, so they deserve all the money. The CEOs retire.
I mean, didn't what's his name kind of retire? He's no longer in charge.
Who? Oh, Isuman. She.
No, Bang PD.
Oh, is he not the CEO?
I don't think so. I thought he stepped down.
Uh-oh.
I don't think anyone's the CEO. Like, I don't think JYP is the CEO
I know
of this
that.
company. I don't think LSM. Well, I know he's not. That was a whole thing. But I think Bang PD, I think he also is no longer. Maybe a
Whoa,
big
that's
hit,
interesting.
but not Hybe.
You know who is the CEO? Jay Park. No, he has to
Imagine. Like AOMG or whatever failed. So now this is it.
How dare you? Did it fail? Now, did it make
Well,
anyone
he
famous?
failed it.
How dare you? Maybe I should click on Hybe Corporation. Okay, he's the founder.
Hmm.
Whoa, it was founded in like 1333. What do you mean?
Wait, how? Maybe because
Oh,
it's
Big
big
Hit.
hit?
Even Big Hit being founded in 2005.
That seems right.
I don't think Jungkook was
Because he
even
had like
born then.
he had that group, right? The singing group.
Oh, 2 a.m.
Yeah, there we
or
go.
before that. I think they even had one before that. Okay, so this is probably when it actually became Hybe. Okay. Where does it say CEO?
I guess key people. So it says Scooter
Founder.
Braun. So I guess
Oh.
he's the chairman. Okay.
What does that even? What's the difference? I do not
I
know.
think you're not in charge, but you have votes
Interesting.
and say.
But you do make a good point that like none of these faces of these things are the CEO anymore. Some of them weren't even the CEO to begin with, really. So I wonder what that is about. Oh, where's Cat's Eye? Oh, I guess they're Hybe America. Does Hybe America have any? Oh, there's no thing. Okay. Oh yeah, they had Glam.
Oh
Oop.
yeah. I knew there was
Oh,
a girl group. I just couldn't remember. Who
I
the
remember
heck?
A. Yo, this is why I'm just like, get me into a retirement home ASAP, because I remember watching clips when I was first finding out what K-pop was, watching clips of them and being confused. Because I wasn't, yeah.
Being
Anyway.
confused about what?
I don't know. They like, I don't know. They had this one video where they were like singing in an attic together, and I was like, did they need help?
Oh,
Did someone
NPR, whatever.
it was
NPR singing.
they were the original Tiny Desk. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Tiny attic. That's what they were doing.
Perhaps Bang PD, he kind of is. He did pave the way.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I don't know. NCT fans, this is not the way.
They already have enough to deal with. Like, leave them out of this. I
They
just
need
saw
to
that
leave themselves out of this.
they uploaded like a video of like behind the scenes of like something. I guess they released NCT 127 released something recently, and I
Mhm.
was like, let me just look at the comments because I want to know, is he in there? And they're like, obviously, blah 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 is that in there? And I was like, yeah. They had to cut that man out.
I mean, with a quickness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and as they should, because like honestly, just wipe your hands off of that and just move on. Somebody was like, they're moving on too quickly, and I was like, I would too. I'd be like, I kicked them out. It's time to go about my business. Everyone else
Yeah.
needs promotion, so
Yeah.
we'll be doing that.
Yeah. But Leanne says we can start a communal retirement home for K-pop veterans.
No,
We'll be
not
like,
yet.
I remember G, baby.
Oh no,
Did you see? You
no.
saw that thing I sent
Yeah,
you?
yeah. I was gonna say, why does that sound like recent?
Well, because it's an iconic hit that is timeless. But I was looking on, so guys, you know Cat's Eye, the global group from Hive America. So they have like a a TikTok. And so they've like been hard promoting their song called Touch, and they've been making like dancing to remixes with other songs. So like recently they combined the Touch song with Girls' Generation G. And so they kind of did like a hybrid dance of both G and their dance. And then I looked in the comments and they're like, Yoontae, which is the youngest member, was born the same year that this song came out. So I said, send me to the coffin. Send me to the coffin.
World.
Like,
What?
why did I have to see
Wait. I didn't see that. I'm glad I didn't. I wish you didn't tell me this.
that?
I was living my life. I was like, oh, cute. They just did GG. Combined it. Not
Oh,
that.
absolutely not. One of the New Jeans members literally wasn't even alive when Shiny debuted. So how do you think I feel? How do you think that makes me feel?
Why old? Because you are. We
Honestly,
are.
listen, I'm still gonna try to become an idol. So the next Produce 101.
You're gonna be like, what's it called? What's that group? Expedition.
Who?
The Expedition with your
Don't
with your
those
fave
are your
Gunther.
fave, don't even those are your fave.
Gunther. I
Y'all
don't
look
even
at this.
think his
Come
name
up
is
with a group
Gunther.
that Jasmine loves.
I don't know what his name is. I don't know what any of their names were.
Do y'all remember?
Like Dekaji.
Y'all, I wish I could play this for y'all. Oh my god. So this is Jasmine's favorite group. She had them on repeat when they first came out. It was actually crazy.
Do you remember when they reformed and it was like because they were part of a project, right?
See, you better give the lore because you
No,
know
no,
it
no,
so
no, no.
well. You
We
are
watched this
EXP
so
edition.
many times.
No, don't
yes,
say
we did. We
you
watched
were
this man do that dance or whatever. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I have no idea. You are literally a historian, an EXP edition historian.
Because there was a black guy in the group originally.
There
And
was
I
two.
just didn't want to actually become a group because I think it was like a school project or something.
Yeah, I think somebody did it as like their college thesis. For
Yeah.
what major? Who knows?
Yeah. But they were trying to make a American K-pop group and then they made this group and I think there was originally 5 and they did a performance and it was funny. It's iconic. I mean,
Yes. I mean, for you, yes.
yeah,
Okay,
okay, for
EXP
you
edition or
too.
Chad Future?
Hmm?
EXP edition or
Oh
Chad Future?
gosh. they could sing well, so
I was gonna say this group was kind of a mess, but they ate down on every single Inkigayo performance.
Oh yeah.
So, period.
Like, what's his name in the left? I just remember he was the one that like he always sounded like he was trying to be on Broadway.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, Dekaji
Yeah,
legend.
Dekaji. I was like, get that Dekaji. I don't know what that means, but hey.
Oh my god. I felt like they were older than this.
Yeah.
This must be like a after the whatever write up. Yeah, it was really interesting. People
After the band.
Oh, okay. Jasmine, did you write this article?
Oh, there were 2 black guys. Wait, hold on. I didn't know this.
Yeah, not them
There's 6 of them.
kicking out the 2 black guys. See, this is why Katsui outlived. They can't believe one black girl.
No.
But yeah, so Jasmine, she loved them. Big fan. But yeah, I mean, it was an interesting concept. But okay, let's really walk this through. Why do you think people hated them so much? But not only them, but the concept of somebody not Korean being in K-pop. Like, obviously, like, I know, but like, you know, like, remember that girl? I think her name was like Laura or something like that. She was like Russian, and she was like a solo singer, and she was like a white Russian woman. Actually, let me not say that because I don't know if there's like different ethnicity, like how ethnicities, but she was Russian nationally.
Russia has like Asia too. Asian.
Yeah. So like I don't know what her background was, but she was like, you know, white woman presenting. And so she went to Korea to learn Korean and debut as a solo artist. And I don't think people in Korea, I just saw this from an international fan standpoint, hated the crap out of her. They're like, what are you doing, white girl, in K-pop and thing? And the thing is, I get it, but I also don't, you know? Like, it's like, I get, like, especially if you are somebody who's Asian and you found this media that's blowing up that centers Asian people, especially if you're Asian American, because that doesn't really happen often. But, like, to the point where they were like, this girl, because, okay, here's my thing. I feel like everyone who gets into K-pop, there is it can be short or it can be long, point and moment where you're like, I want to become a K-pop star. And then either you're like, never mind, or you're like, you know, you actually try to go for it and it just doesn't work. But I feel like, I don't know, I always felt like there was a tad bit of jealousy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think a lot of it's fueled by jealousy and cringe. It's one or the other.
Yeah, honestly. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it was just like in retrospect, a lot of people were just doing too much. Like,
yeah.
Like they could, like, I know, like, Jazz, you must have been so hurt by the comments that, you know. And the thing is, I will say one of the things that I think a lot of people get annoyed with, especially with maybe like Caucasian people, is that, oh, they think they're gonna coast because it's like this idea that, oh, a Caucasian person is the beauty standard of beauty there, so they don't actually have to be talented or whatever. They'll just be oogled and ogled for being a white person or whatever. But in EXP editions, like whatever, they practice. They actually sing live.
Yeah.
Some of your faves don't. Like they actually tried to learn Korean. I mean, it was all very cringe and tragic, but like I don't think you can say they didn't put their best foot forward. So
oh yeah, and then it had like a show, didn't they? Or they were on a show.
Yeah, I think they're on My Neighbor Charles or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that show for like foreigners living in Korea. But yeah, so you know, kind of suspect that they kicked out the 2 black people, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Maybe they didn't want to do it. So, but I don't know. I just feel like in retrospect, looking back on it, especially now that we have legitimate people that are associated with K-pop and in K-pop that are not Korean, and seeing how it's like it's fine. Like they're not taking over really, but like they're also like just regular idols. Like some of them flop, some of them don't, you know?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Let's see. Soundberry says, man, I remember they were everywhere at that time.
I'm surprised they didn't actually make it. I was like, they were because like they were literally everywhere. Like the amount of like press they got, and like then they just disappeared.
I mean, I think it was just like not working, because at the end of the day, you can't just be a spectacle, you actually have to have fans. So I feel like anytime they did something, people were like, oh, here's these white guys on Inkigayo, but were people actually like streaming the songs and buying the album and like viewing the videos, not just to be like, what the heck is this, you know?
Yeah. I think if they had better songs.
I think, and maybe this is gonna be bad, but I feel like they also did not really fit like the K-pop aesthetic of like,
Yeah.
because
One of them
yeah,
did. Isn't the
this
one in the
guy in the
center?
middle,
Yeah.
I think his name is Koki.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if K-pop fans would have stand for that reasons too, but yeah, I mean, Teddy says, I personally think if you're gonna go K-pop, you have to. Have
You're trying to say.
I mean, true,
Realistic.
but there were some. I've seen some low tier budget, like not that great videos from people who had budgets and for people who didn't in K-pop. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Leanne says they were doing all that and it wasn't even for their own.
That's so true.
I mean, listen, they wanted to help their friend out, and also, you know, do it for their friend's grade or do it for $36 in Inkigayo. What, like, there are levels to this, and I think it's comparable. Okay, like exp crawled so black. Honestly,
Honestly, I was like,
period.
Black Swan is literally no longer like, I don't think they have any Korean members anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they have. Yeah, that's true. And they're doing fine. Like they get on Inkigayo, like they're on like variety shows and things like that. So it's kind of, I think that's why it's just like it's so funny that this was so controversial, and now you have like, you know, I mean, I want to say Katsai and Vicha, even though I know it's a bit different, but it's like, you know, they Katsai was at KCON, so it's like we're like, let's not act like they're not at least like somewhat associated to the K-pop scene. They literally just dance to G, and then like yeah, Black Swan as well. So it's like I don't know. And it does, if it really was 2018, it wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah.
I guess 6 years is
Just like
kind
the
of long.
pandemic, and then
Yeah.
to refresh our minds, we forgot about them, and then we were like, oh, why not have a
Yeah.
non-Korean band?
People suddenly forgot that everyone was freaking out and they're like, you know what? We can do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soundberry says, I remember her. She was one of those competition shows, right? I think so. Because I remember her like, or, yeah, she like, I don't think I watched it, but I just remember just being like so shocked at how much people hated her. And I was like, I mean, at the end of the day, she's just trying to sing, and she's probably just a K-pop fan that wants to be in K-pop, like
Is
a
it
bunch of
Lana?
people. Lana, did I say Laura? Yeah. A lot of non-Koreans hated EXP edition. It's giving fanboy energy, Marvel style. How do you feel about Cat's Eye promoting in Korea? I feel like it makes sense because the headquarters of Hybe is, you know, a Korean company.
Yeah. And if
And
they're international, it still fits them doing at least Korea stuff for a bit.
I
And they've
agree.
been on like I think they were on Good Morning America. So they've, I guess, tried to go out and do other places too.
Yeah. I mean, it's so interesting with them because like people are like they're not a K-pop group, they're a global group. But my brother who's not into K-pop at all, he like remarked on when he saw them because they've kind of been blowing up on TikTok, and he was like, yeah, like I kind of told him, oh yeah, they're like by the same company that made BTS, like a subsidiary or whatever, a subsidiary of that. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, that was weird because I was looking at them and I'm like, this is like basically K-pop. Like it reminds me so much of like K-pop, and it's like basically K-pop, but they're like, you know, a bunch of non-Korean girls and like it's in English. So I was like really confused. And I was like, yeah, I feel like it heavily takes from the K-pop formula. And I think probably a majority of their fan base right now are people who also, you know, multi-stand in other K-pop groups. Like I don't know how much people that are going from like standing Billie Eilish and then going to Cat's Eye, even though they could, but I don't know. Sorry guys. Okay.
On purpose.
Yeah. But I do think that sometimes, I mean, I can't speak for Korean Americans, but I do feel like sometimes like I don't know. I've seen this thing, and maybe you guys can whatever, where it's like because the perspective of a like, you know, immigrant, not an immigrant, like a Korean American, Nigerian American, Jamaican American, like that kind of thing,
Mhm.
is different than somebody who is Jamaican living in Jamaica and from Jamaica, or Korean living in Korea or whatever. Like I feel like there's always really different perspectives, and I feel like it's like sometimes like for example, like I remember watching that reality show with EXP Edition, and while like people overseas were like EXP Edition's cringe, get them out of there, they were like showing that a lot of Korean people were like, oh, y'all are into K-pop, that's cool, like you like
Mhm.
Korean
Yeah.
stuff, that's cool. Like I have pride for my culture, so I think it's cool that other people want to, be a part of it. And like I remember like when Adele, she like, I guess she went to like Carnival and like London or whatever, and she was wearing Bantu knots and like a Jamaican flag or something, and people
Yeah.
lit her on fire. But then a lot of people in Jamaica were like, "Oh, that's cool. Like Adele's like global and she's taking part." And I remember distinctively Megan Bon, aka Choni Muguksaram. Imnida. She so for as you don't know, she was a vlogger. I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay. She was a vlogger that like started making videos way back in 2013. She's like black and she was from Atlanta, I think, and moved to Korea. And so like she immediately got the Korea boo allegations because her style, as she like spent more time in Korea, her style started to change. She would like do things like wear hanbok and things like that and do all this stuff, and people are like, Korea boo, like you're not Korean, blah blah. And so I remember she went on this podcast and she was like, yeah, like I always get confused. I mean, get accused of being Korea boo, but like, no offense, most of the people saying that are people in America, and they don't realize that when I do all these things, like, participate in the fashion trends of where I live, which is Korea, and wear things where I'm invited into that culture by the people, Korean people living in Korea, they are like happy, like they're inviting, they want me to participate even though I'm a foreigner. It's only you people that want me to not participate in that stuff because you're saying it's like cultural appropriation. You're saying I'm a Korea boo. Like, do I listen to you who's like miles away from me, or do I actually like, listen to the people around me? And I was like, that's kind of true. Like, I feel like the
Mhm.
perspective just is always going to be very different. So, wait, they're making a comeback? I'm just kidding.
Imagine.
Um, let's get into some of these comments. Um, Teddy says, yes, I guess, but Cat's Eye is supposed to target American. It seems like it's another K-pop group with different races. Like I was waiting for more US performances, especially during the music award season.
I didn't think they were just American though. I thought they were just international. So wherever they want to be.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a global pop group, but I think
Yeah.
sometimes that's shorthand for American music market since it's
I feel
like
like
a
people
global music.
say that,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be.
Especially because it's weird to focus promotions in America, which I'm not saying that's what you're saying they have to do or anything. But because like, they have little girls from all over the world. Like
Yeah. Like Minot, it's like from Italy, right?
I thought she was Swedish. I don't know.
Is she
But I
Swedish?
know, yeah,
She's
it's
like
like
something. She's something
yeah,
that's not
yeah.
American.
Yeah, and so it's just like, yeah, but I kind of get what you mean, and I feel like they're gonna like, because yeah, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, they're a pop
Especially
group, like
Swiss.
they're not a K-pop group, and like I feel like it's gonna be hard because especially if they're not seeing the success, like I feel like if Hybe's not seeing the quick success as like an American market, like in the American market, they're gonna heavily rely on their K-pop ties. And then it's gonna be like, okay, well, is this just a K-pop group at this point? Like it seems like, and I kind of because I feel like they're like teetering it well, at least like the girls on TikTok. Like it's not like they're always being like Annyeong Haseyo, like or anything like that. They did go to KCON, which was a choice because they
Yeah.
performed, but they didn't perform like on the stage. They performed at well, they did, but like it was like a like
An opener.
yeah type thing. So it's
Which
kind of
makes
like
sense because I feel like if they're just starting. Like literally they only have like what, like 2 songs?
well,
So
now
it's
they
like,
have their album, which I think
oh
has
yeah,
like
I
five
forgot there's an
songs.
album.
Yeah.
But like they literally just started, and I feel like since they're made from a K-pop company, it makes sense that they're going to K-pop things. Doesn't
Mm,
necessarily mean it's just gonna always be that way. I feel like it's just to get their footing.
yeah. Yeah, I see that, but because I was gonna say, I think with Hybe's power in Korea, it's probably much bigger than it is in America. So they
Mm.
probably can just get more gigs in
Yeah.
America, I mean in Korea. But at the same time, Scooter Braun is the CEO of Hybe America, so it's like, why isn't he pulling more? But I
Isn't he
guess
in
he
trouble?
has, huh?
Isn't he in trouble?
With who?
Everybody? Doesn't everybody hate Scooter Braun?
I
And that's why they're
mean,
like, why is he being put in charge of America?
I think
He's the one that, like,
not
messed
industry people. I feel like he probably still has a lot of industry power.
true. But I feel like so does Taylor Swift, and I feel like he's the one that, like, effed around with Taylor Swift, right?
Oh,
So,
I guess that's true.
but I mean, he probably still does have, like, power, but I feel
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
he
say
definitely
since
had, like,
when?
a whole scandal, I feel like,
Yeah.
with people
I
dropping
mean,
him.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think like, yeah, people don't like him because of Taylor, but like, what does that really mean for somebody who's so behind the scenes? Like,
True.
are you gonna boycott who he manages? Probably not. Like, you probably don't even know everyone he manages. So, oh, he got okay, yeah. That's so random to make him the CEO of Hype America. Like, calm down. Does
He's
he
probably begging
still?
for it. He's probably like, "This is my last chance. Nobody wants me."
And Bang PD ate it right up.
Yeah. He was like, "I don't know what's going on over there, but I know you. So come on over."
Yeah, because I would imagine he probably doesn't have a Justin Bieber like that anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, he also managed Psy, Tori Kelly, Carly Rae
Oh.
Jepsen, Martin Garrix, Kanye West, Black Eyed Peas, David Guetta, Little Dicky, and others. Okay, so he kind of, I mean, this was a while ago. In
Yeah.
2024, he retired. In 2024, he retired from artist management to focus on interesting, but he probably has mad connections. So I feel like he,
Yeah.
because I know that yeah, they went on Good Morning America, and then they were doing like this very cute, like grassroots, like meet and greets at like Barnes and Noble stuff, which I thought was really
Ooh.
cute. But yeah, I haven't seen much. Maybe they'll perform at the VMAs,
Um,
like Chappelle
isn't that
Roan.
like this weekend or something? I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Wait, it's soon. Did you see what
Yeah.
happened with Chappelle? Is it Chapel?
What?
Chapel?
Oh, Chaperone. Oh, because she like can't.
Yeah. Thought. Okay, so this is all alleged, guys. Suddenly, this is a pop music, whatever. But so Chappelle Roan, Chapel, because the girls are gonna
Yeah,
eat me up.
Chapel. It's
Okay,
not
Chapel
Chappelle.
Roan, Chappelle, the Chappelle Show. Chapel Roan. So she recently was getting like legit flack for coming on and being like to her fans because they've been like doing too much, and she was like, "Y'all need to calm down. I'm not obligated to like take pictures with you and stuff like that. I'm just a human, blah blah." And so a lot of people are like, "Yes, Queen, you ate with that one. Put these people in place." But other people are like, "Well, don't you want to be famous? This is what fame comes with." So it was like very controversial. But I feel like because of this is coming off the tail of that, a lot of people are critical. So basically what happened is that her shows have been blowing up. It's been really hard to get tickets, yada yada yada, because she's just been blowing up more and more like this whole year. And so I think what was it in like Germany and somewhere? She had like European dates somewhere.
Yeah, it was like somewhere like that. I think it was Germany and somewhere else.
Yeah. So she had these two shows that were like coming up very soon. I think they're probably going to happen sometime within the next 2 weeks. And she announces that one of them, or it was three, one of them she was rescheduling, and two of them she was straight up canceling. And so she like apologized or whatever. You know, obviously people are upset. People are like, we were already ready to go to Germany or whatever, like on the plane. We bought the accommodations. This is awful or whatever. But what the tea of the tea is that people are saying that she canceled those dates so she could either rehearse or perform at the VMAs. And like we mentioned before, she's only kind of been blowing up this year, so she might have like it might have been like a last minute addition or whatever. But people are saying if that was the case, she went on this whole rant about her fans respecting her, but is that disrespectful for an artist to essentially cancel tour dates that people paid for or ready to go to perform at a bigger opportunity? Thoughts, Jasmine?
I feel bad because I'm like this very bad look. But at the same time, I don't think she can control what she does
Mm.
because she does have management, and I feel like management will probably it's probably like, yeah, no, cancel that. And she's just like, well, I guess,
Mm,
because you do the managing. I just kind of show up and do my thing. And I feel
mm,
like you can't really fight. You can, I guess, but depending on your management, if they're good people, you, I don't know, you might not be able to.
mm. I mean, it's so hard because I feel like that happens so much, right? Because if that's like the case, and then it was their faux pas and like or their like idea to cancel the shows, or maybe scheduling was messed up or something, the fact that she had to be the one to post about it is so awful. But then at
Yeah,
the same time, if it was just like a, dry, cold message from her management that they were canceled, people would also be mad. So
yeah,
it's just like she has to become the mouthpiece for this thing that like she might not really have that much control over. She's being managed and like, guided to do, which really would suck.
yeah.
But
And you can't really throw your management under the bus too. So it's like you can't
I
say
would.
I mean, but like then they're gonna drop you. So then it's like,
Okay, if you don't want this coin, you see me blowing up. You see me performing in Helsinki. You want
and
some
maybe you won't
Helsinki money?
anymore once you lose your management.
Scooter Brown will swipe me up. I'll
I
do a
mean,
sign with
honestly, well,
Beyonce.
he's no longer doing that. Remember, he retired. So
Well, he will unretire for me because he sees the dollar signs. But yeah, it's really sad. But the thing is, I do okay, not for her because I don't know the extent to her fans that her fans were like maybe invading her privacy and stuff like that. But like it's always like a double-edged sword, not condoning anything. Nobody said this, because the thing is, having those uber dedicated fans a lot of the time is the reason why you can be big, Like
yeah,
I know, like, in a lot of, like, in K-pop situations, for example, it will be, like, not trying to pick on anyone, but, like, a boy group who, like, for all intents and purposes is not really well known, but they're able to persist because they have a bunch of people that are willing to buy, 9 copies of the same album and, stream their songs 3,000 times and things like that, and we have to be honest, that's a level of, like, pretty intense dedication, and
that
I'm
you
not
can't
saying
find
that the
everywhere.
Yeah. What?
That you can't find everywhere.
Exactly. And sometimes that comes with people that are a bit whatever. I'm not saying that it's okay, but it's like you kind of have to like teeter and like, manage that like and maybe it is a bit unfair where it's like you can be crazy up until the point that it benefits me, but once it stops benefiting me, then you have to calm down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you really think about it, is purchasing like 12 copies of the same album really a healthy relationship with your fave?
No.
Like, especially because
Yeah.
nowadays you can like swap photo cards, because I know people do it for the photo cards and you can buy them individually off, from people on Instagram and stuff. So it's like, you know,
Are we doing this?
yeah. So, I mean, again, I'm not condoning people stalking, people invading the privacy of people or stuff like that. I just feel like it does kind of get a bit like have your cake and eat it too-y when people are
Yeah.
like, I want you to be obsessed with me, but not like that.
I
Like,
think her thing, from what I could tell though, is that she was just like, stop showing up at places.
oh
Stop
yeah,
showing up at my
period.
sister's job. Stop showing up and trying to be like, call me by my first name when we're not on a first name basis.
Oh God.
Like, it's no. I was like, I kind of get that,
Yeah.
especially if
Oh
you just
no.
blew up, like not randomly, but like exponentially. It's like, I don't know. You don't know what to do with that type of attention.
Yeah. And I think that's a big one for like her, where it is sudden and it is like I don't know. I still don't know what the sudden blow up with her was. Like not
TikTok.
to say
I
I
swear it was
guess
TikTok because I randomly would see people be like, "Yeah, Chapel Roan," blah blah blah. I was like, "Who the heck is Chapel Roan?" In fact, I was saying Chappelle because I was like, What is this? Who is this, and why should I care?" And then like randomly, I guess Spotify started pushing her songs too.
Yeah, it always happens
Yeah,
I'll start hearing about it and all of a sudden I'll see it everywhere. And I'm like, oh, this is
yeah.
spooky. But yeah. Let's see. Uh Do you read this? Oh yeah, okay. I read this. It's funny. I got the feeling Geffen could care less about the girls in the docuseries. There was like a couple of high US execs, and we saw the high execs a lot. I mean, like, what is Geffen even? I don't even know. Like they
Who's
keep
that?
on saying, I don't know.
I've
I
heard
guess it's
that name.
another music label.
Why do I know that name? Well,
Mm. Soundberry, this is a really interesting perspective. I think they're kind of like in that pocket that XG is in. They sing English songs with their global group.
yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. XG is such an interesting case. A Japanese girl group that sings exclusively in English. I don't think I've ever heard a Japanese song from them.
I
But then
mean, they
also,
rap in it Japanese
ah,
sometimes.
okay.
Sometimes. Majority of the time, no. Like their
It's-
cipher things will be like there will be sprinkles of Japanese and Korean.
mhm.
Oddly,
Yeah, it's like what's going like it's such an interesting concept.
I guess
Um
global.
That's true. If
Global
anything,
memories.
they're doing the global correctly, you know? Wait, didn't Screw Brown step? Oh yeah, he retired. Um, Teddy says, I'm side eyeing Chapel's management. Give her enough time to rehearse for the shows and don't book her for every performance.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hate saying that. Like the greedy management or whoever's making money off the artist being like, yeah, you can do like 40 shows in a row. Like, yeah, normal stuff.
Yeah, especially for a new person to probably touring this much.
Exactly. Touring this much and like even if she was touring before when she like wasn't as big, it's like not being able to just go out and like go to like 7-Eleven afterwards and like, you know,
Yeah.
just have like shit like it must be kind of like I remember like hearing that about One Direction where it was like they like immediately had to be like bustled into the hotel. Like they toured all
Oh.
these places, but they never actually got to experience them because they had
Oh.
basically had to stay in the hotel.
Wow.
Insane.
Zayn is out here. Did you see him? He had a Yu-Gi-Oh.
I said, "What, sir? Why are you doing side quests?"
Took off his like helmet. He was like, "Yeah, it's me." And I was like, "What the
Not the
fuck?"
casual. Yeah, what's up, guys?
Yeah. It honestly like looked like he was just like, "Yeah, I really like Yu-Gi-Oh. I grew up
So
watching it."
random.
And it was like, and the way he talks is just so like nonchalant, and like he's just like, "Yeah, I'm just happy to be here." Like I just showed up, and they were like, "Put on this mask," and I did it, and here I am. That's what it
That
felt
was
like.
so random. So, did people know that he was into Yu-Gi-Oh? So, guys, if you don't know, he was like at like I guess at like some Yu-Gi-Oh festival or like tournament or
Yeah,
something.
I think
He
it was a
was like
tournament.
revealed to be like a guest dueler or whatever, and he like remember that adorable guy we saw at Otakon who had the duel deck.
Oh yeah.
So precious. Anyway, but yeah, he was announced as like some special dueler, and I was like, "What? You're too hot for this?" No, just kidding. I feel like that's what a lot of people felt. They're like, "Wait, but you're hot. Hot people like Yu-Gi-Oh too." Okay. Anyway, not me though. I'm just
I
kidding.
was gonna say,
I've never gotten into. I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh. That just
like the
completely like
game or the show?
both, all of the
Um,
above. I didn't get Yami Yugi's wig, so I had to peace
well,
out.
I will say I don't think I can tell you anything that happened in the original Yu-Gi-Oh, but I did watch Yu-Gi-Oh GX and I was obsessed.
Was that when they were on motorcycles?
What the fudge? No, that was probably after. That was probably when I was like, time to tap on out because I'm too confused. It was when they went to like an academy. It was like Jaden and Cyrus. I always
Oh,
remember.
he had like brown hair and
Yeah, he
like
had
he
brown
wore
hair and his friend had blue hair with glasses. And his older brother, I was like, he was he was good looking to me. I was watching it just for him.
Are we doing what anime characters we found hot? Because do I have a list for
I think his
you?
name was Zane. I think his name was Zane.
Stop. Oh, maybe I'm
That's
thinking.
why.
I'm thinking. So he was touched. He was like, for May. Okay. Okay.
I love his
You
accent.
like
It's so funny. Whenever I hear him
that?
talk, I'm like, that's what you sound like?
Remember when that clip went viral and him be
My
like, my
dog.
dog.
My dog.
I'm sorry, y'all. We lost the plot.
Sorry, Zane, if you're watching, because you know he is.
He might be watching from closer than you think. Zane, come on out. Um, you too, Gigi. Geffen is one of the American labels that partnered to make the group.
Oh, that's why I feel like I've heard it.
It's giving Yugu. No, just kidding. They're probably, I don't know, guys. I don't know anything. Oh, we're talking Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, let's get into it. The motorcycles
Oh,
from
so
Yu-Gi-Oh.
that's the show. I
I
did
knew
not
that was
watch
a thing.
that. I know. I feel like when you said it, I was like, oh, that is something I feel like I've seen, and I was like, no, this is where we end it. It
I'm
was
sure Loki
cool when
ate
they went to
though.
school, but
Them,
after
but
that, no.
imagine, were they, Andre? Were they dueling whilst on the motorcycles? Because I might have to peep. I might have to take a look, see if
I
that's
feel
the
like
case.
what? That's so dangerous.
I mean, you gotta. I don't even know. Um, Damn, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was a blur. I love the original series. It was a legit soap opera. Can you explain to me why he was big and small, the main guy?
Didn't he turn into the other guy? He was just like turn into him.
But
I
why was
don't
he
know.
cursed? It's giving
I
Sukuna
don't
and
remember.
Yuji. They stole that idea. Y'all see, y'all be eating up Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's plagiarizing. Oh, I kind of hate with that. Let's see. Hell, Noel Lyles pulled out a Yu-Gi-Oh card before. I saw that and I was like, nerds are in here
Oh.
deep during the Olympics.
Yeah.
They no, somebody I saw a super cut of like all the Olympians that like had some reference to anime, and it was like 10 years long.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen so many, especially runners.
Oh my
I would be
god.
like, "What the
They're
heck,
just doing
y'all?"
anything up.
Yeah.
I'm
They'd
like,
be like
son.
doing like Naruto symbols, and I'm like, "All right, guys,
They're just sexy no
just
jutsu. It's
run."
like, I don't know. I think it's cute though, because I love a dynamic, like I love a like multifaceted person. Like sometimes there's a point in time, and the thing is, this also slays, but where like honestly, I mean K-pop, I still do like K-pop, but it was like I'd wake up, roll over, see what was on all K-pop, then just like I didn't have any other hobbies. And while like that's good, you should find hobbies you like. I do think it's nice to diversify. So it's
Yeah,
like you're an Olympic athlete, you also like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you also, bake. I feel like having like finding a bunch of different stuff in a bunch of different areas that you like is really good and healthy.
yeah.
So Yami was a spirit in the puzzle that
Oh
he wore.
yeah. Okay, sorry. I just remember
Uh-oh.
he wore a necklace thing.
I think Jujutsu Kaisen, the mangaka, owes the Yu-Gi-Oh mangaka some money. Ain't that the same thing?
Just, I need.
That
I
fu-
still need to watch that show.
you don't.
No,
No.
my intern keeps telling me how much she loves Gojo.
Okay, you may have to. I will say the guys in there are strangely attractive.
Not strangely.
Like it's weird because it's not like they're doing anything. Like, don't get me wrong, I only watched like some of it, but like Gojo. But the thing is, Gojo really reminds me of Kakashi, and I remember people
Yeah,
used to simp on him too. So I'm just
which
like,
I'm sorry. I wasn't
oh,
on that
you were
train.
were you a Sasuke
Yes,
girl?
I was.
All right,
And I stand by the fact. How dare you?
y'all, we don't need to.
Anyway, so Sasuke.
She's evolving, guys.
Sasuke, honestly, the rap that he gets is so terrible. Like, imagine your brother kills your family. How are you
Spoilers.
supposed? Okay, it's like 2 seconds in. I feel like he's always talking about it, and that's why people hate him. But like, if your freaking brother kills your family, you're gonna be talking about it every 2 seconds, especially at 12 years old or however old they were. I'm talking about it every day. Oh, like I am going to get strong, and when I kill that man, it's on.
I just feel like it was too, I don't know. Like the thing is, I only watched like the first maybe 100 episodes of Naruto and then
Same,
like 3 Naruto Shippuden episodes,
same.
and that was like in 1933,
Yep.
so I don't remember it that much, but like I just
Mhm.
remember at school the people were just like, "Oh my god." And I was just like, "Okay.
Really? Where
Oh,
were
the
those
girls
people
love
on
Sasuke."
my side of town? Because like, what the heck?
Well, who's
Everybody would
popular?
just be like, "Oh, he's so annoying. He's so emo." Oh,
Yeah, when
and I was just
calling
like,
people emo is like, well, fate worse than death.
I know, honestly, and I was just like, "What the heck?" This child lost his family.
That's true. Y'all are unsympathetic. I mean, I didn't care either way. I thought Naruto was annoying, but then like in
Yeah,
retrospect, I was like, most kids are annoying. I was annoying.
yeah.
Um, Sakura,
not too happy
don't
though.
you dare come for my girl. But that's just
She
on
was stronger.
feminism. I don't know why people hate her. Actually, I do, because y'all
Which is like baffling when there's Hinata. Sorry.
don't let the girls. Okay, here's the thing. This is what I see. People like Hanada, people hate Sakura on like r/anime. I didn't watch any of this, so I'm literally talking at my ass. But I do think from like the incel anime fan perspective, I think a
Um,
lot of the hate is because Sakura didn't want Naruto and
yeah, and she's
Hanada wanted
different.
her.
She was way stronger, in my opinion, at least
Yeah.
in her personality
Oh yeah,
than
yeah, yeah. I like
Hinata.
more
Hinata would always be like,
outspoken.
oh, Naruto, blah, blah, blah. And I'll just be like, okay, girl, like, pick yourself up. Like, what are we doing?
Stand up, queen. You don't need him. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I actually when I went to DreamCon like in January, in July, and my brother played the Naruto movie when like that shows like how him and not Hinata like start dating, I guess, before they get married. And it was actually kind of sweet. Like I kind of got it. Like I feel like sometimes I forget like what it's like to have a crush and like for real be like what they think about me is so important that like I'm actually too scared to find out. So I don't even want to say anything. So
Mhm.
I mean, I think at that point they were 18 and I think the series started when they were 13. So girl, it's been 5 years. Beep, bop, 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 bop. But like, do you know you have 30 minutes? But at the same time, I thought it was kind of sweet because it was also I actually thought it was kind of deep because everyone always says that like the guy who wrote Naruto doesn't know how to write women, doesn't know how to write I guess heterosexual love stories because I guess
Oh,
the love story between Naruto and Sasuke was lit. But but it was like this really interesting concept about how like Naruto, because he's been like, he was like, people didn't like him. He was like a pariah and all that stuff. And he was like, thirsty to find people, I guess, to like, care for him, blah, blah. He didn't understand like the different types of love. So, like, for example, I thought it was really interesting because they actually did address the fact that, he supposedly had a crush and liked Sakura and how that was no longer a thing. And in it, she was like, I don't think you ever actually like liked me like that. I think you saw that I liked Sasuke. And so you wanted to be able to steal me from him
oh,
because of that rivalry. And I was like, okay, Sakura's
ooh.
giving profound think pieces and y'all hate her anyway. It's giving misogyny. But anyway, so like it was kind of his journey with like Hanada had her like journey in that she was trying to get up the courage to like tell him properly how he feels, which apparently she did, but then he like forgot because apparently everyone dies at some point in that show. Sorry, spoilers. Something. Maybe he didn't remember. Like I don't know if he literally got wiped from his brain or he just like was like, well, that was weird. But yeah, so it was like her trying to work up the courage to like tell him how she feels and then him kind of finding that out and then trying to figure out how he feels too. Like one of those things where like you're not really considering somebody as a romantic interest until they tell you they like you. And then you're like, oh, wait, maybe I like you too. I don't know. So it was actually
Yeah,
very cute
that's
and very like, yeah, I don't know. It was
aw.
weird. Um, Teddy says Sakura would have all this attitude to end up with Sasuke, who could care less about her and
I feel like Sasuke, deep down, after killing his brother, he finally probably was like, I can love, I can open my heart up now. Before it was consumed by darkness. And now, now I'm ready.
Honestly, yeah. I feel like the mangaka has some kind of humiliation thing for Sakura because I was like, do not put her with this man that doesn't even see her. Do not do that. Not to her. And I'm saying because the incels are gonna be like, yeah, that's what you get. Now you are a baby mama. Like that kind
No.
of thing.
Oh my God.
And your man doesn't want you. Like that kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah. Uh this suddenly became an anime podcast. Y'all ever watch School Days?
All right. So
I didn't
we're
know if
not
you were gonna
talking
leave
about
or you were
that.
gonna kick me out.
I was thinking about it, but
The
we
thing
don't talk about
is,
that.
School Days is compelling, but honestly, I was a
Luckily,
big.
this is not an anime club. So
Oh, I just have one thing. I will say, officially cannot recommend that to anyone because it
Oh,
actually is very gross in terms of like fan service and stuff. As a teen, when I watched it, I also was a teen, so I
who's
was like,
the
okay,
serving
teen,
to
what?
kill my brain cells?
I don't know. The bottom denominator.
Because like, my gosh, that show sucks. Don't watch it.
Oh, I that
It's rage
ending was
baiting.
so satisfying. Yes, it was. You literally were very satisfied with that
I
ending.
was satisfied, but it was like, for at what cost? Why did we get? How did we get here?
They
This
had to
man, this
build
average
up.
man. I'm sorry, like, this average man who was
That's
living an
real life,
average
though.
life, and then suddenly every girl wants him. Makoto sucks, and he got what he deserved.
Now you remember his
No,
name.
I will
He's been
remember.
etched
He's
in
the
your
only
heart.
character I remember. I don't remember anyone else's name.
Let me try to get it. Sekai, Katsura,
Don't even know which one's which.
Makoto. I forget what the girl's name is. Was it Sekai? Sekai was the one who just girl, I don't even
I
know.
blocked it out. They were, because they were just as bad. Some of them were just as bad. Like the friend, all of them were bad, except for the poor girl who went crazy at the end.
First of all, not y'all supporting Jasmine kicking me to the curb. How dare you? That a mess. The most disturbing anime was When They Cry. Is that Higurashi? I was too young for that. Higurashi, no. Higurashi. Oh yeah.
Oh, that show. I did not want to watch that because I thought it looked too bubbly.
What?
To be dark.
Oh, you were like not dark enough.
Like, yeah, like art is so shoujo. Like it's so, I don't know, bright.
I feel like maybe that was like you think this is about to be like a harem. I never watched it, by the way. I thought it looked too, like I saw that blood scene and I was like, no, thank you.
Blood
but this
scene.
was the top with the blood splattered on the girl's face. Yeah, so I have nothing. I have no idea what this is about, but I remember this was the talk of the town back in the day.
That's how I felt about School Day. School Days, I didn't even know that was dark. I remember I didn't know that until we watched it.
Did you hear about it before I forced you to watch it?
Yeah, I knew what I heard about School Days, and I remember it being popular, and I remember there being a lot of OVA, not OVAs, what's it called? Those things where people would make videos with music.
Oh, Ambies.
Yeah, there we go. Like I would see those a lot recommended, but I would never actually watch it because I was like, another show that looked too cute.
That's
so
funny.
I never watched it, but
I feel like that show does do a good job with like burying where it's going because it does really just seem like a harem / love triangle anime until it gets like really dark.
I thought it was like a slice of life, to be honest.
Even when the girl, sorry guys, spoilers, when Katsura gets like dumped by him and she's like did you think it was still like just regular?
I mean, I didn't watch it until I watched it with you.
Oh, but like when we got to that part where you're like,
I don't remember.
I'm like, when did you get traumatized exactly?
The whole entire time. whenever somebody talked to that man.
I was sick. Do you guys have any anime recommendations? Because I really need more. I don't know what.
So it's about time travel. I think it's rated #1 on Anime Something.
Somebody stuffed the ballot. Yeah.
Just saying, Steins Gate.
We'll have to rewind that.
Drop that in there.
Also, hi, Ends of Cookie. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, it's so cute.
This is like an anime / K-pop stream. Where were we? Honestly, let's go to open bar. What did y'all want to talk about?
I have something I wanted to talk about.
Oh, what did you want to talk about?
Did you hear Illit's fandom name?
What is it called?
What would you want? Like, just give.
I forget what Illit means.
I don't know what it means.
Also, is it Illit or Islet? I don't even
remember. Yeah, Islet. Whatever the.
Islet. So I lit. I sober.
It's glit.
All right, guys. It's been a nice episode. We'll see you next time on the Sleepy Adam. I'm glad. What does that stand for? What could that possibly
I think it's
mean?
supposed to be like glitter. And
Just,
like I
just
was
seems
like, hopefully they take this back and they realize
rework
no.
it.
But then they
Yeah.
doubled down and they're like, all right, the fan club's open it up. Sign up. And I'm like, okay, no, take it away. It sounds inappropriate. It sounds just no.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about it
That's
like
what I
that. I
was
just thought it was,
thinking.
oh my God. Um,
I was like, this sounds a
when
little too close to something that I
this
would not want them to be associated. Like they already are going through enough. We don't need this.
what a mess.
So yeah, glit.
Honestly, I was just thinking about how like Magnetica was so big, and I feel like I haven't heard from them at all after that.
They
Like the
probably went
fact
silent because of all the drama.
that's true, but even New Jeans kept persevering through it, and
Well, that's
you
because they had
know,
a following. I feel
I,
like Sserafim could also make it through because they had a following still, even though they were getting hate.
mhm,
Like I feel like they didn't really cultivate a following yet.
mhm.
They've only had one release. So it's like, what are
That's
they?
true.
No.
Well, that's true, but my thing is like, when they say you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, like that kind of thing. Like I
Mm,
always think about the whole situation with Bomb Park, and the whole drug thing and like how like a lot of people I think reasonably feel like that was the real like end of 2NE1. That's when YG just kind of gave up because they didn't know how to protect her appropriately or whatever. And I feel like because GD had his like weed scandal prior to that, and obviously GD is GD, and men and Big Bang's legacy. But I also feel like, I mean, it would have been hard. Don't get me wrong, but if they would have just pushed through, I feel like it could have worked because I feel like the problem is like at one point, because after that scandal, they didn't really do much. That was the last thing people remembered them for. So that was like what their legacy was for a while. But I
mm,
feel like if they would have just kept pushing through, eventually people would have been like, oh, well, they made bops. So, whatever we thought or whatever. And I think like similarly with Illit, I think it's even worse that they're new and they have no fandom because now it's like you're known as the Magnetic Girls and then the New Jeans cosplayers. You could have came back with a different thing to prove you weren't copying New Jeans and the Illit. There's a distinct style when it comes to Illit that isn't reminiscent of New Jeans and really flesh out. Because I think that was the issue that like they were saying, oh, it's different from New Jeans, but you only have one album and one. I guess two singles because I think Lucky Girl Syndrome was kind of a single. I had a music video. And if you came back again, then you could show, look at the different layers of the things we do. But now it really
mm.
does feel like they've just been said. Now, granted, apparently that came out in March. So how long is that? 4 months, 5 months, 6 months? 6 months.
That
Is that a
seems like
lot?
yeah.
Okay, well, maybe they're due for one right now, but I really hope that they release something before the end of the year because I feel like they really are not doing a good job with navigating this situation if they just
Yeah.
don't let them come back. So
I wonder if it's like also like mental health reasons too for them because they are
oh,
young.
that's true.
Because I don't know if I would want to come back to like people just dragging me for not being able to sing or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like and I wanted to talk about this. I guess we didn't get a chance, but I wanted to talk about the Seraphim comeback because I feel like that's getting pretty good results, and I feel like this was like a very pivotal comeback because this is their post, this whole Hybe versus Adora scandal thing, but also post, the easy run where they were getting dragged left and right for like whatever. And I feel like a lot of people are taking to this, and I feel like there were some ups and downs and faux pas and things like that help in between this, but I think at the end of the day, they came back. The dance is really great. They're executing it really great. Their stages are much better. I feel like they really came back and was like, okay, we're not gonna end this as perceived losers, and we're gonna and a lot of people I feel like are over. Like I feel like people like it's more like if you try to drag them again, people are just like, oh, that was so old. Like you're still on that. Like this song
Mm.
slaps. So I don't know. Ba, ba, da, ba. Wow, Hybe is crushing it with the girl groups. They honestly, it's kind of crazy how they literally have three of the like most relevant girl groups right now.
Yeah. Probably because they have like so many companies. Technically,
I guess
it's
that's
not like other
true.
companies. Like I wonder how many girl groups Cacao, whatever, technically has, because aren't don't they like own a bunch of companies?
A bunch of labels? I thought it
Yeah,
was just like general companies. Oh, I didn't know that.
because they
That makes
they
sense.
own basically Starship, so they have Ive.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
I guess that's true.
so it's like once you're a conglomerate, I feel like you just kind of.
I mean, but isn't SM technically a conglomerate too? Because they have different labels. They
Um,
have like the acting thing. They have like, they definitely have subsidiaries. Because isn't Super Junior's label?
I don't think they have the label anymore,
Oh.
or they do, or I don't know. I think something happened with their label thing,
Mm.
but technically they were still SM at one point. I think they do have like other companies. I don't know if they used to have Willem at one point.
Oh yeah.
I think they only partially have Willem. I don't think Willem's fully under them anymore.
Mm. I
So
mean,
I
it's
would
interesting.
say I was gonna say I do think they have companies, but I just don't know if they have K-pop groups.
Mm. I mean, it's interesting because it's like, how different is like different labels under Hive versus just like, how like K-pop groups will have like different teams that are like dedicated to them.
Hmm.
I don't know. Isn't Kakao a large shareholder for both for SM and Hive? I didn't know that. Is that true?
I don't know.
Mm-mm. But yeah, I wanted to just talk about this Le Sserafim comeback because I think it's really good. Um, I feel like I was kind of lukewarm about it, but kind of seeing just how they're promoting it. They just released a remix with Pink Pantheress.
Okay, that's one thing. Okay,
I think that's a
it's not
positive.
even a week old, is it?
I think they're trying to go for like the charts or something.
But my thing is like space it out. I was like Pink Panthers already. Like you hold that back. Like give me like a month. And
You
then
let
like
us
when I'm getting
savor
bored of it, then you're like, oh, Pink Panthers is on there, and it's like, okay, now I'm back.
it.
Like I feel like even what's it called, Old Town Road, gave it time over like periods.
That's true. Maybe they just want to strike while the iron's hot, and maybe they want to like load top heavy just to make sure like people are into it. It's like, oh, you didn't like the song, but do you like Pink Pantheress? Oh, you didn't like the Korean version, but did you like the English version or the 10 remixes?
It's too
It's
much.
giving butter. Or what was that
Yeah,
other one?
wasn't it butter?
Did they have a bunch of remix or Dynamite remixes too?
I thought it was butter. Dynamite
Oh.
might have, but I thought butter was the one that had like every single thing. Like it was like Christmas, random DJ,
That was so
whatever.
funny. I was like,
Whatever
okay.
mood you're feeling, we have the version. You're sad, sad butter. Melted butter.
Oh, I performed as an English song with David Guetta at their concert, and Itzy's coming back as five. I was
Ooh,
just
yeah, I saw
thinking
that.
about how Itzy, okay, this is so awful for me to say, but when I was listening to this crazy song, I was like, this is interesting because I definitely think, what was it? The I'm a mess song getting popular really like
Push the
gave,
sound.
yeah, with Le Sserafim and stuff like that. But I kind of am not, I'm not trying to be a hater or anything. I don't know how sold I am of their ability. Like, I think they're very much like the people that are working to create their concepts, choosing their songs, stuff like that, on their freaking A game. But sometimes I just kind of wonder, like, are they? Because like when I was watching the music video, I was like, this choreography slays, but are they slaying it?
Mm.
Was I silenced or silent? No, I'm just kidding. But like, I was like, because at moments it's like they did eat that up, but then sometimes I'm like, I feel like somebody else could eat this. Like, this could be
Mm.
ate harder.
Yeah, I
Ate with
felt
more
that.
vigor.
I was thinking that too, and I had the same feeling when what's it called, New Jeans came back with Supernatural. I was like, I see the vision, and
Hmm.
you're doing what I guess is like New Jack Swing and all that like properly,
Yeah,
but it's just like I feel like there's somebody better that could have done a better version of this.
yeah.
And I
Eh,
feel the same way with this, where it's like they're not bad. It's just, yeah, I can. There's something missing.
Yeah, like I'm like, is it that like maybe they can't sell the concept as much? Because like no, okay, and she's a baby, but really I feel like Inche is kind of mismatched for a lot of these concepts, and I feel
Mhm.
bad in the sense that I feel like until she gets to a point where maybe she like matures more, she's gonna kind of get buried, I think, in these concepts, which I guess is fine because I think her being like the cute little sister is like working. She had that whole show and stuff like that. But it's like, will this ever be a concept where all of them can really shine? And like
Mm.
again, like I think Kazuha does a good job, and I think Chewan does a good job. Um, I think Sakura is so interesting to me because I think she does execute the moves well, and I like commend her for like how much she's improved with dancing and stuff. But I still don't know if she sells it for me.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like BTS when they do like hardcore hip hop songs, and then I'm kind of just looking at Jin. Like, would you ever sing this song if you weren't in a group with the rest of them? Like, no shade, but it's just kind of like, okay.
I mean, it's accurate. It's kind of like Jisoo too.
Yeah, yeah. Like I feel like some people are kind of just like a ride for the along for the ride, and obviously
Yeah.
they still shine and they still have fans. But it's like, was there a concept that maybe they like if you were in a different group that you could sell more? But I mean,
Mm.
like I said, this looks great. I just like sometimes I feel like I always have that in the back of my head with the Seraphim, which maybe I mean people need to come into their own, for like a multitude of reasons or whatever. But it's not bad. Like I hope people aren't. That's not what people are taking away. But I think instinctively I just start thinking, who could have like sang this song that I really think could like sell it.
Mm.
And then I started like cycling through groups, and I was like thinking, oh, like if I've had this song, would I believe it? If Espa had this song, would I believe it?
Oh,
There was one group that I thought of that I was like, oh, they would have been. Oh, Itzy. I was like, Itzy would have ate this concept up.
yeah. Yeah, they would have.
Oh, but not that Le Sserafim didn't. Listen, the Le Sserafim stands are gonna come for me. The Fear Nots are gonna have my head on a
They're
swivel.
already here.
Um, um I saw Pink Pantheress in concert. IDK I wasn't feeling. Honestly,
Oh.
because she takes her little purse from what I've seen, and she's just like,
What?
and I said your mission, and I saw him in my fries. Every time
I
I
will
kiss
say she doesn't really
her
sing.
voice is like, okay, does she sing live for real? Because her voice is so delicate. I feel like it would be hard to project in like a
Well,
huge
that's why you have a
stadium.
mic, I guess.
But like even then, like I feel like it wouldn't make an impact. But to be fair, I was like, I felt that way about like when like Billie Eilish would whisper sing, but she does a pretty good job of like still being like, you know,
Mm.
engaging. So, but how was that? I'm very curious.
Was he said I wasn't feeling her. So I'm assuming was
Okay,
he
but
delayed?
why was the feelings not being had? Okay. To eight or not to eight? That is the question. Okay. To eight or not to eight? Um, I agree with Jay. After Anti-Fragile, their vibe took a slight left for me. I don't hate it, but they should go back, yeah, to that. Honestly, though, even people were saying when they had that concept, I don't know. Is it me or I felt I'm in the party and my girls are having parties. That like felt them really well.
The fudge is up.
Ooh, what is this?
Oh, Perfect Night.
Yeah, like that was like I
That
feel like that
seemed
was like
different to me. I thought that was like, what is that?
oh, it definitely was different, but I felt like it fit them really well.
I was actually like, that song. I remember when it came out, I was like, they should have switched with New Jeans. New
Oh, with
Jeans
the
should
God
have
thing.
done
I
that, and
don't
then
know
they should have done
though.
the.
That God song should have went to no one. Like, I don't know. It should have went to I don't even know XOM circa 2012.
Gods was
Um,
not that bad. I just think that New Jeans didn't have.
yeah, I think it's
That.
like there's a level of maturity that you need to really sell a song like that.
Yeah.
But like that's another thing though with New Jeans. I think their company does a really good job with picking songs that will fit all of their image, that will play to their strengths and their talents
Mm.
and things like that. But it's just like I don't know. There's like kind of a disconnect sometimes I feel with the Seraphim, but I don't know. Like it's not bad. So I hope people and maybe I'm just nitpicking, but yeah, that's kind of how
Yeah.
I felt.
Yeah.
Um, Do you see K-pop groups in the same light as Western acts? Because I keep getting the cheetah girl vibes. Fictional groups with great soundtracks, but they're not. Just
Huh.
not real. Uh-huh.
I don't think I ever. No.
I'm trying to think the last time I stanned a Western group. That was like in 1995.
Little
Like,
Mix is my last one.
oh yeah, you did stand Little Mix. So how do you compare them to like K-pop groups?
I pay more attention to the performances of K-pop groups.
Interesting.
I think because they do more performances in general. Like Little Mix would tour, obviously, and like they would do like shows, like music shows or whatever. But
Mhm.
like I feel like K-pop, they do multiple music shows
Mm,
a week when they come back. So it's like I don't know, it's more engaging in that aspect. But I
yeah.
listen to Little Mix a lot and I'll watch their performances.
Mm. Yeah, I think I'm trying to think. I think maybe with other groups, okay, I guess I was like a fan of Pretty Much at the time.
Oh
With
yeah.
them, I think what like got me was their music, especially because they were like very young. But I also thought they were like they danced really well.
Yeah.
But it was their music that got me. But outside of their music, I wasn't really checking for them that much.
Yeah.
Um, and they like similarly, they didn't really perform live that much. So I would just like if they released new music or dropped a music video, I'd watch that and enjoy that. But with K-pop groups, I do think of them different because I think I'm more lenient on the talent end because
Mhm.
there's a lot of like there's a group that I very much enjoy because they're just funny, but I'm struggling to find a song that I like. But I still will like look up funny.
You hating on I know exactly who this is. They're coming back. So maybe it'll be up your alley. You should listen to
Don't give hints. People are gonna connect the dots. But I'm hoping. Um, but yeah, so I'm more lenient with why I like the group, I feel like. And I don't know. Like I think if already stand the group, I'll be invested even if I don't like the comeback. But I think that's becoming less and less like groups that I stand to the point where I'll still be checked in even if I don't like the comeback. But yeah, I also think to your point, I do notice that like K-pop stands will like want to use kid gloves with K-pop groups, well, at least their own faves, but then like not have the same thing with like Western sin. Like I see it on like Stan Twitter all the time. Like they would not blink an eye at calling like a Western act ugly or fat or something like that. But like if you ever dared say that about a K-pop group, they'd lose their crap. Or like saying, "Yo, this was a
Mhm.
flop performance." They can't
Yeah.
sing, they would be fine with saying that without any Western act. But like when it comes to K-pop groups, they're like, "You're being mean. You're just a hater." And I'm like, "But you just called Taylor Swift the you know Big Bird or some shit like that. Like, and you're like, don't say anything. Like, it's very kid glove coded. I think."
That's true.
Um, Andre says, I couldn't even tell if she was singing. I couldn't really tell you why I wasn't feeling her. Might have been a combo of working the show and the stress of that IDK. That's fair. I mean, she's literally gone viral for like picking up her purse. She doesn't even put down her purse. Like,
Is
Pink
that what
Panther
you're looking
has.
at perform- Is that how she performs? I'm
She's
confused.
like, every time I see you, and then I will wipe my nose. Everybody said that I might set my voice on my
Also, how long is this concert? Because like her songs are like 2 seconds long. It's like
Two
done in
nanoseconds.
30 minutes.
I actually like how they started. They should have stayed. They lost their original style to me.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they probably like wanted because I feel like the stuff they did in the beginning, it was good. I remember really liking Fearless. I remember what was the follow up to Fearless?
Anti-fragile.
Anti Whoa.
Anti-fragile.
Oh, okay. Anti fragile. And then was it
Anti-fragile.
Unforgiven?
Yeah.
Why did that seem so? Then it was Unforgiven, but then it was Easy.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they haven't had that many comebacks. Okay. Well,
They
I
had
guess then
like
it
they
makes
released like songs in between from those albums. Like what's it called? I'm a mess was Unforgiven.
yeah.
I think. No,
I think so.
I'm a mess. No, that was Anti-fragile.
Oh my god, I forgot Gotham was in that group.
Yeah. I was looking at a video where it was like people that you'll forget wherever in this K-pop group. It was like
Mhm.
her, J Park. I was like, that's
I
awesome.
remind people too much. There's no way they can forget. Okay, it was unfor oop,
I'm forgiven, I'm forgiven, I'm forgiven.
yeah, it was Unforgiven. Yep, yeah, it was Unforgiven.
Got it.
Um, which was interesting because I saw on, s not TikTok, Spotify, the Bluebeard's wife and or Eve Psych and the Bluebeard's wife has more streams than Unforgiven.
It's because they freaking you saw how many times they redid the song? They would,
Yeah.
like
But, like, I feel like it was, like, that wasn't intentional. I feel like they saw the way people were like, this song slays." It was
Yeah.
very Cara Mister. Hello, guys. Time for the lore. I always repeat 2 seconds. Kara's Mister, this hit song they had in 2009, that wasn't supposed to be their title track. They actually came out with some song called Wanna, I think. But then Mister, they performed it because you know how they always do like a full of one song and then they do half of another song in the album. They performed it and they did that iconic la 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 butt dance and that took off. So Mister became the hit and they started promoting that song. That was your 2 second lore. Anyway, but I feel like it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Um, Wait, when did it be 6 years old? Didn't that come out in 2000?
Yeah.
Oh, OGG. Oh my God. I thought you said, oh. Oh my God, y'all. I love being an ancient artifact. Um, they were doing so many good year end performances with a certain style and they lost it. Interesting. Because I feel like wasn't that also I don't know. When did they really start getting dragged for like their performances? Was it just this year?
Yeah. I
Um,
feel like they were being praised for their year-end performances all the time. And then this stuff happened and then everybody was like, "Wait a minute, they can't sing." And I was like, "Wait, okay. Whoa."
Because maybe it's like a mismatch of like concept, and then people started like because I also felt that with Easy, that like Easy was a good song in theory, blah blah, but it was like while they were doing the moves, I just feel like they weren't selling it. And I think to your
Mhm.
point, yeah, I feel like they sold like Fearless and Anti-Fragile, maybe like an Unforgiven. Like I feel like I was more like could be sold that, but I feel like some of the other songs I'm just like this is a good song, but are you serving it in the way that I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm just boxing, but I feel like I don't know. I just feel like there's like a weird disconnect, and I feel like that was part of the reason why they were getting dragged so much during like the Easy era because I feel like people saw that and they're like, I mean, one of the sentiments I kept saying was like, seeing was like, why are people eating up the Easy dance better than the girls? Which I feel like if you're a really good dancer, you're gonna eat something up. But like people are like consistently like when they collab with people and things like that, people are eating them up. And I feel
Yeah.
like that's when people were like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
After Coachella, basically.
I actually feel like they had like I can see why they've ended up where they are because it seems still very much in the very fashion-esque way that
Mhm.
they were like portraying themselves since the
Mhm.
beginning. Like I feel like they would be like, "I am fearless. I am," and then like, they would like do like fashion show like interludes in their
Mhm.
albums, and I feel like it's still fits, but it's like too close to what's it called? I'm a mess, and it's like
Mhm.
very much like okay, so they saw that that really hit, and so now they're trying to stick to that instead of like
Mhm.
trying to expand as well
Mhm. Yeah.
because they
I
did
mean,
have
it's
like a soft side too with like impurities.
mhm.
That was like pretty laid back, but I feel like Anti-Fragile is like not laid back.
Mhm.
I don't think Fearless was laid back. It seems very much still like in the same kind of vein, but like more so towards voguing and
Yeah, I was gonna
runway.
say I feel like Anti-Fragile, Fearless, and Unforgiven were very much just like, bitch, I'm here.
Mm,
Be mad if you want to, but I'm a girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight. And then like Easy. I don't really. I feel like it kind of is in the middle. Like
He's
I
an anomaly to me. I
yeah,
don't
it
know
kind of
what
is
that
an
is.
anomaly, but definitely the Bluebeard's ankles or whatever that song's called, and this song, it's giving yes, Queen, slay, slay, one,
Yeah.
two, boom, cack. And it is kind of like they are all high energy songs, but I feel like they're very different like vibes. Like one I feel like is like, oh, like one is like girl power, like girl, which I've seen people criticize them for, be like, oh, you're selling a fake, empowerment, like whatever thing. But
Mhm.
then I feel like they get more like, okay, like you kind of different when they do more of like the boom boom cack, like, oh, we're crazy, like
Yeah.
like I would even put 1-800 hot and fun, because that's kind of just like it's giving like brat Charlie, like it's like we don't care, but cat like that kind of thing. Like it's
Yeah.
all very in the sphere of cuntiness.
Yeah.
But yeah. The easy video was weird too. Actually, I would say I
That
think
whole song's weird.
I actually really liked the song. I don't know.
Every time I hear it, came on the other day and I was like, why does it sound like somebody's on a ventilator in the hospital in the beginning? In the
What?
beginning, do you not hear? It's like you hear like that little pressure thing that happens when you're on when someone's on the ventilator, and you hear like the beep beep, like it sounds like someone is in the hospital sitting on a ventilator.
Okay.
You know, like,
Now I remember. I was so
yeah.
confused. I mean, I guess.
And every time I hear that, I can't get it out of my head. And so, like, I'm like,
Mhm.
y'all are out here trying to be like easy, but you have a whole person dying in the background. Like, what is this?
That was very strange. That's pretty funny. Also, hello, Lami. Welcome to the stream. Andre says, okay, sidebar. I bought and listened to Sabrina Carpenter's new
Ugh,
album, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of those songs were short
how
and
dare
sounded
you?
alike.
How dare you?
Maybe I was like, girl, is this a country album? I was kind of confused. Them
It's like
country ass songs.
some of them were country and some of them were R&B.
I feel like there was a lot more country, and I feel like she hasn't done anything like that, so I was really
Yes.
surprised. She has?
Yeah. Like
Like
a
what
lot of her
song?
songs are of the same vein of the songs that were on this album.
Oh, real. Well, actually, I'll say I did not listen to all of emails I didn't
Mhm.
send, and definitely haven't listened to anything prior to that. So
Yeah, I feel like this is up her alley.
it was interesting. I love the Good Graces songs. I think that song
Oh,
is
I love Good
the
Graces.
one where it's like, I was in a sheer dress the day we met. I was like, run to Mia her coin, because why is that so into you? Like, give to Mia her goods, okay? That's all I want to say. Everything else, I was just like, oh, is this what Taylor Swift albums sound like? I don't know.
Don't do that. I'm
What? I
sorry.
literally don't know.
No,
I literally do not know. I'm
no.
just
I'm
surprised
so
you told me.
sorry. Especially her latest albums don't.
I
There's
I
variety. Like Taylor's, I'm so sorry to her fans, Taylor Swift. I'm so sorry, but her last couple of albums have been just slow.
oh, you
They're
hear
just
these Swifties,
slow.
get her.
They are. I mean, they can't deny it. They're slow. There's no upbeat song in sight in her last album.
Well, that I feel like it gives her a more mature, like that's why she wins the Grammys. Okay.
Is
That's
that
what they
why?
want. I really
Is
don't.
that why? Or is it just because she's popular?
Leanne says, as somebody who knows the Bluebeard fairy tale, can somebody explain how the song relates to the actual story?
I didn't even know there was a bluebird. Bluebeard. Look at that. Bluebeard, whatever the heck, fairy tale. So
Well, I think it's because Bluebeard was a mess, and he dressed to impress.
yeah, he got a new eye patch, got a new parrot.
Oh, is it a pirate?
I don't know. Bluebeard sounds like a pirate name.
Yeah, it kind of does.
If
Or
it's
Flying
not, then
Dutchman.
miss opportunity.
I like Smart. It was decent attempt at on piano. The choreography. Honestly, I feel like it was too on the nose. Like I feel like
Yeah,
K-pop does have a thing of like, this is popular in the West. Let me make a version of it, like that kind of thing.
yeah. That was
But like,
literally water.
yeah, I was like, that was a bit too on the nose. But the thing is, because that style of music is very catchy, I feel like it was just catchy
Yeah,
regardless. But yeah, I felt like that was, and it was so weird to pair with Easy. I don't know.
yeah.
But that song's very popular too. On their Spotify, it also has a lot of streams. Maybe because that was the other one they performed. But yeah. Sabrina's song, Please, 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 very countryish, folksy, very Yeah, even when she came out with this, I was like, girl, we want another feather. Like, I was confused.
She can't always have the same, variety. She's testing the waters.
Well, I guess I'll just clock it because the thing is, she really has her hand in so many baskets. She's got like the country, the Taylor Swift songs, the Ariana Grande songs.
Yeah.
Because when she did that run in the beginning of Good Gracious, I was like, all right.
Yeah, I was like, I need a joint. Like, she needs to do a feature now. Like, every time I hear that song, I'm like, you better call her every day and get her on that song.
Honestly, Ari, stand up, because I feel like people talked about the internal sunshine of the interconnecting beings for like 3 nanoseconds. She dropped the Boy's Mind video. People were like, what is this? And then they just...
I still have not seen that video.
I was like, okay, Ari, come here. I need to talk to you. Girl, that really could have been it. And I liked Yes and that Mariah Carey remix. I'm gonna say it.
Unnecessary.
Y'all could have kept that.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything.
She didn't do it. None of the even the Boy Is Mine like remix. I was like, y'all, you really got these two to do what? Just verse? Like, no.
Very confusing. Yeah, I did not get
it. Do something. Like, it sounds nothing like the other Boys Mine.
It's like, the thing is, I almost appreciate the like overzealousness of Taylor Swift, where she'll release like 80 versions of her album 3 days before the charts close, so she can like, be number one, because at least she's trying. Like, it means something to her. Ari, you did not want The Boy Is Mine to be the next hit single. Like, I feel like she got strong-armed because everyone was like, oh, this kind of because The Boy Is Mine. And so she was like, I guess we gotta make a music video and make a remix. Because like, that was not the promotion or the effort of somebody who because I feel like that did have a lot of momentum. That was the first thing I heard before I even heard the album. People were like, did you listen to The Boy Is Mine? And it was really good, and people were really hyped when she told them Penn Badgley was going to be in it, and it was for him to swiggle around some ice and wine and then lay on the ground and then pet your cat.
Oh my gosh, wait, now I have to watch this video. What?
The way I'm describing it is insane, but like, it was not much. It was not much, like, she was literally, we see, it's basically like she's some evil villain Catwoman type. Penn Badgley is the president, and he's like, no more cats or some shit. And she's like, he's so hot. Yeah, king. And then so she creates a love potion, and then she breaks into his house to like, drug him low key. So problematic. But like 90% of the video, first of all, the song is 2 minutes. The video is like 6 minutes. So I'm like, girl, you're playing around. Secondly, like 80 minutes is dedicated to her just walking on a damn balcony. Like, like, didn't like how like Catwoman would like
in the world
scale the balcony and stuff like that. I'm like, and then she sneaks into his whatever. Like, there were literally 2 scenes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this.
And I was like, the fact that you did not have a boom cack, the boy, we needed to see some boom cacks. What were you doing? Call up that lady.
Dancer.
So did a pretty good job in Yes and.
But that's because it was like slow, all she did was like, yes. And
okay, do the thing where it's like you're like just being like, and then everyone else is doing the boom cack boom. Honestly, 90s dances were not that hard. They're like boom cack. Boom cack. Like, did you see that the bye 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 choreography is like trending because of Deadpool?
Oh, I love that.
I was like, that is easy. Like, literally the first thing
I feel like a lot of Backstreet Boys and NSYNC dances were like,
yeah. And JC Chazé ate it up every single time. Like, it was still catchy. I don't know about those other guys, but JC Chazé and Brian before he was weird. Brian from Backstreet Boys. That was my crush.
Oh.
Because, my sister liked Nick, so I couldn't like him. Tyrant! No, just kidding. I think Brian was just cuter.
Oh.
Let's see. I don't know. Do you see comment? I've been yapping. I'm sorry, y'all. We'll probably have to wrap up soon too. Not Leanne trying to. We're tragic, Leanne. Y'all, the pirate is Blackbeard. Bluebeard was a guy who married a girl with the condition of her never going into one of his rooms of his house. Flash forward, she finally snoops and sees the rooms. Ooh, cliffhanger. Wait, I'm scared. The room is full of his dead past wives who didn't break his rule or who broke his rule. Then Bluebeard catches her red-handed. Oh, who didn't break his rule. Then Bluebeard catches her red-handed and is about to kill her, but her brothers arrive just in time, so her brothers kill Bluebeard instead.
Oh. I was hoping, maybe if I read it, it would be like more like, ooh, they're fighting.
No, okay, Leanne, this is literature. The way that she finally snoops and she sees that
it really had me hooked.
Okay,
Edgar the brothers coming in and just swooping in and saving. I was like a little like, all right, that was too easy.
Not this critique. Now you're being her editor.
So easy.
But you're gonna aim with that one, Leanne. Edgar Allan Poe, but shaking.
But why is he called Bluebeard if he just lives in a house? See,
they have weird names back there.
It should have been a ship instead.
Because he's unmasked, kills his wife, and he stuffs them in a chest.
And the dance would have made more sense. I don't know how, but it would have.
Wait, how does it go? I only remember the Jam Republic one. No, the dance.
Oh, wait. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, okay.
Like boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Oh God. Tiffany says, I've been a fan of Sabrina since her Disney days, so seeing all the success she's been having now makes me feel so happy. Honestly, she reminds me, I was thinking about how that's so similar to Ariana Grande, how she was like a Nick kid for so long, and then she releases, The Way, it becomes this hit. She's like, all right, see ya.
Now I'm famous.
Yeah.
I don't need y'all.
So it's really passing the baton, because think about how, like, if you told me the girl in Sam and Cat would be one of the biggest pop artists in the world, I would have not believed you. And similar with like Sabrina Carpenter. I wonder why K-pop doesn't try to be inventive try to mix their culture sound with more modern sounds and really make it their own thing. That would be cool.
Yeah. Didn't Sungmin make like a trot album from Super Junior? Yeah.
Probably. I think a couple. Taesung from he also had like a trot.
I love the
I will kiss it.
Yeah, I love that song. I was obsessed with that. Like so obsessed.
I really like. I used to watch everything they put out. It was crazy, but yeah, I really liked that. Even when they were Big Bang 2K. Does Ariana even care anymore? It seems like I feel like she's just trying to get on Broadway, I guess. I don't know. I feel like her dream came true when she was Glinda.
Still like promoting for that show. I mean, the movie too.
Oh,
because she was like at the Olympics randomly
with SpongeBob.
No, Cynthia Erivo.
Oh, sure. How's SpongeBob doing? The real one or the fake one?
He's not important.
Wait,
I don't even know what character he is.
SpongeBob Grande.
SpongeBob Grande. Why does he take her last name and keep
going? Yeah, but it works.
First name.
He doesn't get to use any of it.
I was gonna put SpongeBob Grande. What's his name? I don't even know. SpongeBob.
His name is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ariana. There we go. Man, this man is pale.
Stop! I think he would be cute if, he didn't leave his wife.
And her baby. So pale. He's
messed up. I thought you loved gingers.
Not like that.
Don't come for them.
Not like that at all.
All the pale gingers. Actually, there's this really... Who's like my ginger king? Oh, I really liked the guy who plays Archie. Not even a real ginger. So...
Yeah.
We'll just stop there.
He's not? What's his name? AJ Kappa?
I'm pretty sure his hair is dark in real life. Yeah, this does not look like a real red. It's like so bronzy.
Oh,
I'm sorry, y'all. We're just doing any old thing now.
yeah. How dare he be a brunette?
Oh,
Oh
he's
my gosh,
handsome
this man
though.
looks 40, and
I was,
he's like
yeah.
23. How old is this
No,
man?
he's not. I was surprised. He's like 27, 8 now. I know he's younger than
Really?
us, but I remember being really shocked because even when he was on Archie, he
He's
looked like not like a teen. And I was
yeah.
like, why do they have this 55-year-old? No, just kidding.
He's like, I am 18 years old. And it's like, no, you're not. The lies.
I was obsessed.
Like, look at him.
I mean, he's like 30 now, so that looks normal.
No,
Like,
he's not
what a
30 now.
face
He's
to just
27.
say,
He's younger than me, and you look like that. I'm sorry. No.
huh?
He's younger than us.
He's younger than us, but I'm saying when I first Archie came out in like 1933, like Riverdale came out, so it was like so old. So when I first saw it, he was like 23, and he looked like not like this. I think maybe like whatever this is, and I was like, are we sure that's like? I mean, he definitely didn't look like a high schooler, so I don't even know why they casted him. But I'm like, you're saying this grown man with 3 children is 23? I don't think so. Um, did y'all see the cast of Dancing with the Stars? Wait,
He
what's
did, what's
he?
her name? From the Olympics. For her name.
Simone
The
Biles?
rugby girl. Alona? I think her name.
Oh, she's the one that's blowing up on TikTok or whatever.
Yeah. She's
Oh,
like
she's so
rugby.
funny. No, but why are people saying Ethan Slater looks like?
Because he kind of does.
He kind of does, unfortunately.
It'd be like that. Sometimes you end up dating or marrying some. Oh, what is she dating him?
Yeah, but they're getting married soon. I see it. Wait,
No.
let me read my crystal ball. Yep,
The crystal.
my crystal meth. I'm just kidding. My crystal.
I was gonna say crystal light.
Oof, a throwback. But yeah. All right, y'all. You don't have to go home.
You do.
Jazz is pushing you to go home. I'm sorry, guys. I can't control her. But you gotta get the heck out of here. Thank you so much. Like, I don't usually say this.
Okay. Y'all can turn off.
Have you ever done this? But for real?
No. For who? I don't even know how that would be a reaction. My finger is not trying to go in my mouth.
Like, you've never just been like
I've done that when I'm biting my nails.
but you never saw something you're like,
No.
Then who made that reaction up? Because I don't think that's real for anyone. I thought you knew. I thought you could.
I know. I feel like you would be the person that would do it.
But the thing is, I would do it ironically, though. Like, I'd
And
be
that's
like,
how it started.
Someone would
Say, oh, I think this looks good. Someone's like, wait, do that again. I like what you're doing with that.
I only did it because I've seen people do it. Like, I'm not, it's not like I'm like, oh, what's happening? Oh, like, it seems demented in more ways than one. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, if I see somebody I like, I'm like, I'm literally like this.
The fact that you actually look at them.
Oh,
you're like,
do I?
Would you walk away?
But you know how, like, how if somebody catches you off guard with, like, you know how they look, you're like, oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so you're not like, what is the fate? Because you saw them, you had the look. So what is the? Maybe you would have looked in the eyes and be like,
yeah, no,
tell the tale of 1,000 souls. But like,
I think I just would walk away. It would be like, oh no, they saw that I looked at them in the eyes, and then I panic and run.
That's funny. Okay, maybe not run though, because I feel like that's more suspicious. You're like, ah, ah!
My pants are on fire. Ah! And then you run. Make an excuse and then you leave.
You should be like, your pants are untied. I mean, your zipper's down, you freak. And you run.
Not calling him a freak.
Light negging. Just kidding. Never neg. Never neg, or I'll come find you and fight you.
That's funny.
Can we talk about how they casted Anna Delvey girl on the show? Oh my gosh, stop.
Wait.
Wait, ankle
What's
monitor.
funny is that I was like, "Oh, isn't that the actress?" But I guess I'm thinking the actress that
Who
played.
played? Yeah.
So
That's what I thought you meant at first. That is
when I saw
funny.
that ankle monitor, I was like, "Wait, what do you mean? What'd she do?"
Did like Anna Delvey, how long was she in prison? Because it wasn't long enough. No, just kidding.
It was like a white collar crime.
But it was like she scammed a lot of people for a lot of money, though.
She scammed rich people. Sorry.
Which is even worse. They're like, oh, you're going to jail, ma'am. You made us look stupid and wasted all our money.
That's why she's allowed to be here.
Yeah, like she has a current ankle monitor. Get her back on the house that she's arrested to. Like, what do you mean? I'm so confused. That whole story confused me. But honestly, it's very fake it till you make it. It's very fake it till you make it core. Should we announce the big news?
Oh, I was like, who?
Oh my god, should we? Or should we wait?
We're going on Dancing with the Stars, guys.
Yes, I will be the floor.
Oh. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'll be actually dancing, so I don't know. I thought she also got a dancing role, but okay.
Totally meaning this. I'll be the floor. She'll be the table that the judges judge from. So we're really proud of this opportunity. Hopefully you guys can, look on us fondly in the future. Thank you. Wait, should we drop the news? It's like, wait, no, I'm so scared because I want like okay, we'll do it next time because I want like a poster. Should we get a photo shoot? Should we get a dog?
Photo shoot. Let's go to Kmart.
Where's the photo shoot? Okay, we'll go to JCPenney, do the 2-for-1 deal.
There we go. I forgot. Kmart doesn't exist really, so.
Oh my god, is it gone?
I think it still exists, but like not really.
I hate getting old. Guys, don't get old. Find something else to do. Find something else. I swear. All right, Jess, is there anything you wanted to tell the people before we go?
I guess just to keep in line of my shoe minute thing. He had a photo shoot. I think I said this last week, but he also released more photos. And that's my shoe minute. Anyway.
Dang, where's the unemployed stamp when it? No, just kidding.
How dare you? He's doing stuff. I saw that Kyung-soo got a haircut. I'm guessing you don't like it.
Listen, there's other things we can talk about today. I think, okay, I did want to say, because I didn't mention, because EJ Jung, the guy who was in Squid Games, his Alkalite got canceled, so he actually is unemployed. That's really sad. I thought Star Wars stuff, I thought you Star Wars fans ate anything up. What's going on? You having standards suddenly? Instead of stand up, lie down. Okay. That is unfortunate, though. I feel bad because I feel like this was such a big thing. And I feel like it was the one big, thing he got off of being in Squid Game. I mean, he got a lot of fame and stuff, but that was, the one concrete thing.
Yeah, and then they fumbled it. Like a lot of the Star Wars stuff, to be honest.
Well, hopefully he finds something else. But, yeah, I thought that was sad. All right, guys. And as for me, follow me here or else.
Nothing will happen.
Yeah, I know. My threats are empty.
You explode. I'm kidding.
Oh, wait. I have to go and follow me here, which you should already be following me because you're watching it on this channel currently.
Ooh.
But yeah. All right, y'all. So that's it for today, and see you next time on The Sleepy
Ew.
Idol. Dream of me. All right, y'all. Let me get it.
Disgusted.
How dare you? So I can't do fan service.
Are you servicing anybody with that? I don't know. I don't know.
I'm servicing my delusions. Oh, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Follow the ladies on socials. Oh.
I'm scared.
Thank you, Andre. Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. I don't know.
Delete that from your mind. The last 10 seconds.
How dare you?
And that 5 seconds. Oh, the cringe I just had.
Why did Andre eat me up like this? All
Because you're
right,
eating
have a
up
good
the
night.
ears like with that.
What do you mean? You being me?
What does that thing they do?
I don't even know. Oh my
What?
gosh. What is that, like 2020 TikTok?
No, I saw somebody do it too. Them Not Like Us, or whatever that song's called by
Oh
Kanye.
no.
Like what? What?
Ah.
All right, y'all.
My
That's my
brain.
new career. So follow my TikTok where I talk like this and I go like this. Whoop, whop, whoop, whop, whop. All right, y'all. Bye.